Welcome back, everybody, to the next session of Reditus. I'm going to do our recap, and then we're going to get into it. Last week, the group, Jak, managed to avoid a giant snake in the Fey Forest that was lurching up, coming invisible, trying to pluck him out of the air. He dodged out of the way, but then had managed to bite him and slammed him to the ground, as his second attack pierced his armor and released poison into his body.
Mute your
Acknowledging.
Yeah, for real.
Tippity tap, tippity tap. So as he realized the danger that he was in, he immediately started to retreat out of the forest. Mastos, while shaping into a giant elk, they rode to safety towards the south of the exit to the forest. The rest of the group, continuing their way down, managed to escape, not knowing where this giant snake went, and explained to Balgar, the Beastmaster, everything that transpired in the forest. For the next hour, the group did some shopping, some selling, and was getting Karman fully up to speed as what happened in the Fey Forest. A.T.L.A.S overheard something that Karman had said to the guard about readying a firestorm, but for now to release the Juggernaut. Karman has explained to A.T.L.A.S that with multiple battle beasts not in control, she did not want the ATLADS going back in until she got their control discs reestablished. She agreed to let the ATLADS have a few of these discs just in case there was issues in the future. The group stopped off at Geranix to fill him in on what's going on to find Mastos there. After some discussion, the group wanted to test a theory that if he was in a different form, he might not still be tethered there. So Mastos used one of his strange books to transform Geranix into a bat, and he fluttered off down a caved-in tunnel just outside his home. Mastos decided to follow as a rat, while Darius would intermittently message him to try and determine how far they could go. During this time, Jak went to the house that Sunak and Villian used to stay in, as Karman had given the group this home to use while they are in Sinaculum. Darius and A.T.L.A.S proceeded to move down to the lower core, as the message spell went out of range from Mastos. As he got lower, he got a message back from Mastos. He had fallen and broken his rat form and was now stuck in a tight rock tunnel. He told him he had a plan, but he just needs some time. So Darius and A.T.L.A.S headed off to get some control discs from Arik at the jail where Karman had said they would be. Mastos, after falling down a deep part of the secret tunnel, had broken his rat form and became stuck, using stone-shaping magic to give himself some room to try and focus. He summoned 8 bats and sent them off, different people with messages, in the hopes that they would speak bat and understand the messages. Darius and A.T.L.A.S arrived at the prison and asked the posted guard if they could have a few of the discs as promised. The guard explained that a messenger from Karman had not yet arrived, but he will ask his boss. As he started to walk off to do this, Darius cast suggestion on him. As he disappeared off into the next room, Darius turned invisible and started checking out an area that seemed to be of religious nature. From the other room, Arik appeared very angry, and seeing only A.T.L.A.S began to aggressively ask him why he was casting spells on his soldiers. After a heated discussion back and forth, Arik told A.T.L.A.S to leave and headed back into the back room. A.T.L.A.S headed toward the exit as Darius slowly crept up to the doorway, still invisible, to see what was important in the next room. Be right back and see what they do next.
Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. Heartless, forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jak the hunter, silent keen, a shadow's wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Mastos walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. ATLADS rise, the night is long, through fate and fire, standing strong. His awakened shadows call, one by one the mighty fall.
So Darius and A.T.L.A.S, both of you in the prison. A.T.L.A.S, you're walking towards the exit after your conversation with the guard standing after pushing the logbook off the desk in frustration and then picking it back up. Darius, you stealthily, invisible, walking behind the guard towards the next room. What do you do next?
No, I'm standing right where I am. I didn't move when he came to the desk.
No, but the interaction between Atlas and the guard happened, and then you said, I wanted to creep over to the doorway and take a peek inside, and that's where we left it.
No, I thought I did that, and then what's his bucket was coming out, so I went and hid by the wall again.
So you want to stay by the wall?
Yeah, it's for now. I just want to see what the guard's going to do.
Okay, Atlas, you're proceeding towards the exit to the west of the prison. Are you continuing to leave, or what's your plan?
I'm going to continue to leave.
Okay.
I hate that guy.
So yeah, so as you walk out, you walk past. There's all the doors left and right. There's the blue kind of strange-looking lights that don't seem to be brightly lit, just kind of glowing as you exit out into the core. Darius, as you look down.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Darius, as you look down, you just see the guard start looking at the logbook and kind of flicking through it just to get it back to its original page. As he does so, he kind of just starts to lean on the counter.
Okay. Nope. I am confusing inventory with Val. That is not good.
The worst.
Yep. Okay. Are there any like little pebbles or anything on the ground around me?
Where you are is exceptionally clean. The floor looks like it's regularly cleaned. Other than the objects that were in that kind of watery, small fountain type thing you were at, there's not really any loose items as such.
Okay. I am going to approach the archway over here. And I'm just going to try and like knock on it to try and get his attention and move away from the desk.
Okay. Roll a stealth.
With advantage?
With advantage. Being that you're still invisible.
Nat 20.
All right. So yeah, as you slowly move over, being very conscious of the different types of flooring you're going over, as the floor does change in front of this sort of little monument thing. You brisk your way over, and you get to the edge of this kind of gateway, which you see is stone. So you knock it.
I'm gonna try and knock. If it doesn't get his attention, then I'll like palm it so that it makes a sound.
Okay. Okay, roll a sleight of hand.
What is my sleight of hand? 22.
Awesome. All right, yeah, perfect. So you do a knock. You kind of find the part of the this archway that connects to the wall, and as you just hit it, you seem to hit it where it kind of just reverberates up and down the pillar a little bit. You just see him look up, just kind of like looking over there. Doesn't seem to be moving, but he's definitely looking in that direction.
Give it another second, and I'll again.
Okay. You see, he starts to kind of wander over.
Okay,
Very
as he
slowly
approaches,
looking
I
left
want to
and right.
almost like almost reverse spots with him until I'm like clear enough to just beeline over the desk and get out.
Okay, roll another stealth with advantage.
I rolled a natural 19. My stealth is +6, so 25.
Ah. Ooh, you just beat his 4. So as he starts walking over, you kind of back up a little bit and kind of do a little sidestep as he comes over, and he starts actually looking in the archway to the other side.
So as soon as his head goes like in the archway, I'm out. Like I want to jump over the desk and then just like as quickly as possible get out.
Okay, roll a dexterity.
Oh, my rolls. Where have all these rolls been this whole game? Dexterity 19.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely put your hand on the bottom pound of the counter and just kind of leverage yourself up, swing your legs over, and managing to avoid the objects that are sitting on top of the desk, and you softly land on the other side and start making your way out. As you glance back, you can see he kind of looking around, and he starts heading back towards the station.
Yeah. I'll get out. Once I'm out of the building, I will remove the cloak.
Okay.
Well, the hood.
Gotcha. So Atlas, as you leave the prison, were you waiting for Darius or heading out somewhere else?
No, I was gonna look around to see if there's like a clothing store somewhere nearby, like
Okay.
fairly nearby.
All right. Yeah. So you start dandering off, looking for a clothing store. Darius, you exit. While this is going on, Jak, you have been at the house. Just relaxing. You lit some fires, sitting down with Rain, petting her, relaxing. Do you want to do anything? What do you want to do?
What time is it?
Well, you check your watch, and let's see. 10, 3, 4, 5. You're about 6 p.m.
Jak is going to go out to a small mart of sorts, and he is going to purchase food for everybody, and he's going to attempt to prepare a meal for everybody when they get back.
Okay. All right. Easy enough. You start looking around, asking around where you can get some supplies to make some food. Atlas, you start asking around. Just roll a straight d20 for me, Atlas.
A straight D10 20?
Yeah.
Not to be confused with a...
In regards to new modifiers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Did glitter come out of your hand?
Beer. 14.
14? Okay.
14.
So, yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but you ask around and you hear of a place called the Crimson Sash up on Core 2.
Where am I? What core am I on?
You're on Core 5.
Fuck's sake, so many core. There's nowhere that sells clothes in this place?
If you want to wait
is
a
there
little bit
like a-
longer,
is
you
there
can
a-
keep asking and see if there's somewhere different.
Is there, do I see people like walking around? Anyone that's got like a big, like long, like coat or hood or something?
Yeah, roll a perception.
A big long.
Something to work with. Natural 20. Fuck,
Natural
I don't wanna
20.
waste Nat 20 on that.
Everybody has long cloaks and hoods. A mountain of people. Yeah, so you do see a tall gentleman accompanied by a smaller, looks like maybe a halfling or a goblin perhaps, with hood fully pulled up. This gentleman wearing a pointy hat, and this cloak looks quite exquisite. Has embroidery down the edges of it, and he's wearing these kind of cloth pauldrons, but they're very nicely decorated along the edge.
Okay. Okay. What is the goblin wearing?
So you can't really see very well, but cloak is pulled fully over. That's why you're not too sure, just size-wise, whether
So
it's a
he's
goblin
got
or
a cloak
halfling.
on? Sorry? Is that
Yeah,
what
he's
you're
got a
saying?
cloak pulled right up to the front. Basically, you can't
Okay.
see very well in the face.
Okay. I'm going to go up to them.
Hi, hello, excuse me.
Hello there. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm just actually wondering if, your friend here, if I could borrow that cloak. By any chance? Please?
You want to borrow Lazar's cloak? Why would
Oh,
some
yeah.
give up their clothing? What is this for?
Well, I'm happy to pay for it. I could give him, how about 2 gold? Just to borrow it. I'll return it. Hopefully.
He looks down. Lazar, do you wish to donate your cloak for 2 gold for this young gentleman?
Think of it as a rental.
And he doesn't pull the hood back, but you see the cloak. The arms of the cloak are clearly too long for this person. But you see them reach out this hand, this little green hand with the palm outstretched, as the sleeve kind of like rolls down its bony elbow. You see this green skin protruding with these bony kind of fingernails sticking out.
Oh, okay. Here's 1 gold coin, and then I'll give you the other gold coin when I get the cloak. Does Does that work?
And then you see him just kind of like does a little hand gesture. He's not much of a talker, I'm afraid.
Okay, here's 2 gold coins. Please do not rob me.
So you put the 2 gold in the hand. Immediately, the hand snaps up and pulls the hand back, and you see this kind of like shimmying happen. And the goblin figure then pulls the cloak upwards and just holds it out towards you. You can't even see past it, just holding it up to your face.
Okay, I'll grab it and I'll quickly put it on.
Okay, you put it on, and as you do so, you see this small little female goblin, pointy ears. It looks like an earring has been lodged in his right nostril. He kind of just scampers in behind the taller human. Very good, Lazar. You made yourself some money today. Very enterprising.
Oh, thank you so much. Where can I return it? Where can I find you?
Oh, you could leave it at the steaming anvil if you don't mind. Idris will take care of that for us.
Idris, okay. And Lazar, thank you so much. Sorry, what was your name?
You can call me Gaz.
God. Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you so much. I better be going.
Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful day, young man.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna run off. Is there a potion shop nearby?
You can certainly start asking. You did go to the Weeping Sorrow on Core 3 where you bought potions before, so you know of that place. But if you want to ask around somewhere close. Okay.
I'm on Core 5.
Yeah.
They're gonna look.
All right, start asking around. All right, so as you're looking around, Darius, you head out of the prison. What are you doing?
Would I see the direction Atlas went?
It only took you about a minute or two, so yeah, you would have seen him taking off.
So yeah, I would have just followed him.
Okay.
Oh, I thought more time would have passed by than that.
No, so whenever, like, you basically, as you left, that's whenever he knocked the thing for the guy to go over. So it really all happened in about 2 minutes.
I would have, like, not to, like, just to set it up, but I would have frantically ran to look for a cloak. So,
Oh, okay.
like,
Okay,
in my
so-
head, I'm like, in my head, Darius is in trouble. I need to go figure out something to save him.
Gotcha. My bad. I thought you were literally just going shopping. So yeah, you
No,
go,
no,
you go,
no.
you
I'm,
go
like,
out the door and you're like,
frantic.
okay. So no, Darius, in that instance, you wouldn't. He was.
So then I would go out of the store, look. I assume it's like a street that goes left and right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd look left and right, not see him, and then basically do my broadcast. ATLAS.
All right. So you start every little angle, casting your message spell. So Atlas, as you just finish up the conversation and grab this cloak, you start thinking, okay, potions. You hear a message in your head from Darius saying,
Alice, where'd you go?
Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna save you. Don't worry, I got a plan.
Hurry, they've got me. I don't have a lot of time left. Please.
Oh no. Just stay with us. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Don't worry.
It's getting dark.
Oh, damn it. Those bastards turning the lights off on you. That is so cruel.
What do I got left here? Let's see.
Looking for a potion shop, even more frantically now.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you ask around. Sorry, go ahead, Darius.
So I'm going to use my final spell slot to cast Disguise Self on myself. And I'm going to look like myself, except I'm going to be horribly beat. Like, there's blood coming out of my eyes. They're all swollen. And, like, I look like they kicked the shit out of me. And I'm going to lay down, on the side of the road.
Okay. Just randomly picking a spot, just at random.
Yep.
Okay. So during this, Alice is running off trying to find a potion, somewhere to buy a potion. Jak, you do indeed find a place to get some supplies for your colleagues. You headed down to Grounded on the 3rd core. the coffee shop. What do you wish to buy?
Jack's gonna walk in and request 6 steaks of some sort of meat, and then some potatoes and other vegetables to make a soup.
Greetings, sir. You're looking for some meats and some potatoes and vegetables?
Yes, gonna try to make a meal tonight.
Oh, excellent. Well, if you wanted to come here, we could prepare that for you.
I was gonna try cooking it.
Oh, very well. Straight from the source. Let me see what that would be. You said 5 steaks, yes?
6, please.
6. My apologies. I'll be right back, see what we could spare for you. It's off into the back. This smaller gnome where you would expect this higher pitched voice coming from, but for some reason this deep booming voice comes from. He comes back with a brown package. There you go. That would be 1 gold and 40 silver, if you don't mind.
And is it just for the meat, or is that like everything?
As he opens it up and shows you, you can see that there's some venison steaks in there. You see some vegetables and some pretty dirty but big potatoes.
You said 1 gold and 40 silver?
Yeah.
Okay. Coop. And then you got anything fancy to drink here that like you sell by the bottle?
We've got lots of coffee here. Would you like some coffee? He shows you this bottle, and as you look at it, it looks has this kind of deep brown liquid, but you see these little, it almost looks like little sparkles kind of shimmering throughout it.
Yeah, why not? Throw that in.
Let me just find the price.
Yeah.
Gosh, Mystic Fog Latte, 4 silver.
Not a bad price. Okay. And in case there's nothing to cook with,
So you do know in the kitchen when you were there, there's like the stove and everything is there with wooden supplies.
and like pots and pans.
Yeah, they basically cleaned it all up for you when they cleaned it up after Sunak.
Okay. So yeah, Jack will then be satisfied with everything he has and start making his way out.
If you burn it, just come to us and we'll cook it for you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Have a great day.
And
all right.
then, Jack will make his way back.
Perfect. You head back towards the house. Atlas, as you frantically run around, you get directed to the north of Core 5, to a place called the Potion Cellar.
Ooh, convenient.
So you've been instructed that Flo is there, runs the store, and you could probably buy potions there.
Okay, I'm gonna go in.
Okay. Welcome.
Hello!
Oh, yes. Hello and welcome to my store. How can I help you?
Oh, great. Hi, Flo. I'm Atlas. Flo, Atlas.
Nice to meet you, Atlas.
Wonderful.
Thank you for
sell
coming and
potions,
visiting
right?
me today. I don't get a lot of people, so it's nice to see you.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. My friend is dying right now.
Oh my
And,
goodness, is he here? I know a little bit of first aid. I could perhaps help him.
No, I'm being noted. I'll let you know if I need help. I need a potion right now. Something that can help me. I haven't thought this far ahead right now, so I'm just kind of working it out as we go.
If he's dying, what do you need, a healing potion?
No, none of that. I can do all that stuff. I need to get him out of the area that's killing him, quickly and unseen. Do you have a potion that could change, my voice? Do you have something like that? Like a disguise self potion type thingy?
I
Maybe?
apologize. I don't have anything like that. I have I have one that is speed. He could move quickly, or perhaps
No.
flying. Or growth. Could he
he-
bash himself out of wherever he is, perhaps?
Could he what, sorry?
Bash himself out of wherever he is?
Oh, no, not with his hands. They're quite delicate. How about, speed? How much is the speed one?
That's 300 gold pieces.
Holy, well, okay. No, not that one. What about, nothing to do with any sort of appearance change?
I don't think I have any potions.
Come on, you need
that...
to know your stock, lady.
No,
No wonder you're
I-
not selling any potions.
I know the
No, I'm
stock,
so
but
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
it's
clearly not-
understandable. Your friend is in danger.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
can we
once had
hurry
a
up,
friend that was in
please?
danger, and
Can I-
the pressure and anxiety that I felt from not being able to immediately help was overwhelming. So I see where you're
Lady,
coming from.
Lady,
Yes?
lady.
Yes.
And I need you to focus here.
Right, yes.
Dial it in.
Got you.
What do you got that can help me? Other than a lot of words.
How about I list my inventory? You tell me if it will help. I have a vial of acid. I have healing potions. I have strength potions. I have some basic poison. I have a potion of resistance. I have a potion of invisibility. I have a potion of speed. Potions of
Wait a
climbing.
minute. A potion of invisibility? How much is that?
300 gold pieces.
Is everything 300 gold in this? I'm so sorry.
no.
I'm losing my control here.
I have some at 500 gold pieces.
That's even worse. We're going the wrong direction. Sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Flo.
Flo?
Flo,
You need
Flo
to throw
Donspark.
this discount my way because I need a potion of invisibility that is not 300 gold.
Oh, you're looking for a discount, a bit of a bargainer.
Not really. I'm looking for something that's just at least considerable in terms of how much gold for a potion is.
Oh, well, how
Well,
much
have you
is
considered
how much gold
discounting
is
on
a
a regular basis to generate more? I'm sorry, getting out of track here. How can we, let's work on this potion of invisibility.
Roll a persuasion.
Seven. -1.
I tell you what, you're a nice young man. How about, if you don't have all the money now, how about we pay half now and half later?
Oh, that'd be wonderful. What if I gave you 25 gold now, and then the rest, my friend will come in and pay you because it'll be his life you're saving. His name is Darius. He's got lots of gold. He'll probably give you more than what you're asking for because he'll feel so in debt.
That sounds enticing. However, I am up for a trade. Do you have anything perhaps that I could use in my store that we could simply trade?
For you to not sell?
Well, no, you could keep the potion if you had something to trade. This for that.
Oh my god, I don't have time for this. My friend is dying, lady.
I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't
hear
sound like
that?
you are. You're gonna let him die. They are killing him.
I'm
They
not.
turned out the lights and he's dying in the dark.
I was just sweeping my floor. I have nothing to do with this.
Well, you're in it now, lady, so what are you gonna do? Time to step up and be an hero, or you continue to be the shopkeep that makes no goddamn money for cents? I'm so sorry. Flo, let's just be realistic here. I'm probably gonna need that potion. I'm gonna pay you what I have, or I'm gonna take it. So, unless that little broom there is some magical weapon, I'm gonna need you to help me out here.
Roll an intimidation check.
I'm gonna guide myself. 10 on the die, plus 3, 13. Intimidation. Never done that one before. That is a -1. 12.
I don't like much the way you're talking to me.
What? Okay, listen. Flo? 100 gold,
Yes.
and I need a potion.
That's
And
33.33% of the overall price.
that's wonderful. I feel your pain here. My friend is dying. I need the potion. And Flo, I'm sorry, but I didn't want to have to do this.
And I'm going to eject my little friend,
Okay.
Filbert.
Your hatch opens and metal ball opens up. Filbert stands.
I look at him and I say under my breath, I go,
Look mean. Look mean.
You see Filbert kind of like slink down a little bit, and as his wiry vines come up and scrawl into two little fists.
Flo, do you know what one of these are?
Oh, that's a strange little man. Hello, little man.
Oh, I wouldn't touch him. Or I wouldn't talk to him. Don't make eye contact, Flo. He is a straight, cold-blooded killer. So, Flo, should we try this again? I'm gonna need the potion from you. I'm gonna give you 100 gold. You're gonna mark it down in your little book. I'm sure it hasn't seen a drop of ink in many times. And you're gonna make a sale today. And you know what? You're gonna go to sleep and you're gonna know you make a sale. And it's gonna make you get up next day and want to make another one. And maybe you'll save this godforsaken place. And maybe you'll start selling stuff. But right now, you're gonna save a life. You're gonna take this potion. You're gonna give it to me. I'm gonna save my best friend. And we're all gonna have a happy time, okay?
How about this? I take the 100 gold, and you sign this IOU in my book for the remaining 200, and your rich, fabulous friend comes back and pays the difference.
Perfect.
How does
Sounds
that
good.
sound?
Where do I sign?
Okay, just a moment. She turns room and starts shuffling towards the counter.
Good job, Filbert. Keep it up. Show this old lady who's boss.
So she goes behind the counter. You see her go down. You hear a few clink, clink, clinking of glass. And she lifts up this small vial, kind of like round at the bottom and flat, so it sits on the counter. And you look at it, you can barely see any liquid in it. It looks like it's empty, with a cork stopper on top. And she pulls out this sheet of paper. Looks all like raggedy and kind of burnt or ripped around the edges. And she pulls out this feather pen. You see her very elegantly scrawl your name with the 200 gold. Sign right.
did I give her my name?
Yeah, when you come in.
Oh, yeah, shit. Okay.
And she gestures the pen towards you and places the paper on the counter.
Can I insight check her?
Sure, yeah, one side.
I want to know if there's any like funny business going on with this paper and signing thing, or if it's
Okay.
like straight up. 14 plus 4, so 18.
18. So she looks, from what you can tell, she looks pretty legit. It looks like this is sort of a common practice for taking like not consignment, but like a layaway.
Okay. All right. I'll quickly scribble a signature down. I've never signed anything in my life, so
Yeah.
I don't know what that even looks like. So I'm just gonna kind of just scribble and
It's a roll of performance.
performance 10.
And okay, so it's legible. You can see the letters, kind of make them out. She kind of winces as you kind of like leaning on the paper and kind of scratching into it. And then she kind of just nods her head and pushes the vial over towards you.
Okay, I give her 100 gold.
Okay, she takes it.
Alright, Flo. Thank you so much. I will be happy to let Darius know. He will come settle up the rest of this. And, Filbert, give Flo a hug.
He just runs over, and you see him just ball up and leap over, his legs and arms just wrapping around her face, and just squeezing, and then he just retracts back, and
All right, back in, buddy. Let's go.
the ball rolls up into your butt.
We're gonna go save our best friend. Thanks, Flo.
Thanks
Good luck
for
with the
coming in.
sales.
It was great to see you. Thanks
Run
for
out of
your
there.
patronage. Oh, a pile of dust as you run off. During this time, Jack, you have reached back to the house. You and Reen starting to prepare meals for everybody. Was there anything you wanted to do or anything while you're doing that process?
Nope. Jack will start cooking and making a dinner he would make on his island. So that's just what he's going to do for a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. Darius, as you lay down on the side of the road, looking pretty beaten up, kind of out of the corner of your eye, kind of peeking, you see
Well,
two
I can technically just look and have the disguise look like its eyes are closed.
So your disguise, you created it with your eyes closed?
Well, one of them is swollen shut, so.
Okay. So as you're laying there, kind of sprawled out, you see two Nolja guards start walking down towards you from the north.
Cloak.
So roll a stealth with advantage.
That one's bad, but that one's good. 24.
Okay. I gotta look at modifier for this one. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I want you to roll a D100.
What did I get? 30.
Okay. So as the two guards walking down, kind of talking to each other, and most of these Nolja guards, you can't even see their face. Most of them are full of face masks, these kind of metal things with just kind of dots sometimes. Sometimes they have slits, but they're facing each other, kind of talking. And as they get closer and closer, as you're invisible, you see that they are coming directly for where you are. And as they get closer and closer, and you kind of almost hold your breath, they just walk either side of your horizontal body and continue south down the core, seemingly unnoticed.
I'll wait a couple seconds for them to get far enough away, and then I'll slip the hood off.
Okay. All right. As you do that, further up, you see A.T.L.A.S just tearing down the core towards you about 100 feet to the north.
I'm gonna put my arm up and be like, ah.
A.T.L.A.S, you clearly see this.
Do I recognize him easily? If I'm booking it towards.
So roll a perception. See how quickly you notice this.
That is a 9.
9. So as you're kind of barreling down, Darius, you see him barreling. It looks like he's going towards, but you see him veering off to the southwest, about 100 feet away from where you are. He does not
As
seem
he
to have
gets
noticed
closer, once he's I'm gonna be like, A.T.L.A.S.
you. In his head? Or are you yelling? He's
Well,
like
I'll
100
say
feet
it
away.
first, because he can't yell, but if he doesn't respond, I'll send him a message.
Okay, so with that perception, you wouldn't hear him. So
When he doesn't stop, I'm gonna send a message, and frustrated that my joke didn't work, I'm gonna be like, A.T.L.A.S, behind you. I'm gonna behind you.
What? What?
I just turn around and immediately look behind me.
Okay. You see an arm coming from a body that's laying about 100 feet to the east.
Oh my God, Darius!
And I rush over and I cradle him.
Darius, speak to me. Hello, Darius.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh God, Darius, I'm so sorry. Oh, That guy was just such a jerk. I couldn't hold it in. And did he do this? Did he do this to you?
Did he do this to you?
I don't know who it was. I just saw a lot of mechanical fists.
Mechanical fist. Oh my gosh. Hold on, buddy. Let me see what I can do for you here.
Yeah, I think I just need to sleep.
You just hold tight, okay? Don't say anything. Save your strength.
You have a couple of the civilians now are kind of standing back and giving you guys a wide berth as they kind of like watch what's going on from a distance. Nobody seemed to want and engage with the situation.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds, or no, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
So the moment the spell hits me, I will drop the disguise.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Oh, whoa! Your healing's really improved, man. Holy!
I don't know what happened. That was like my weakest amount of energy. Am I evolving? Am I becoming something I'm always meant to be?
Maybe.
Is the power flowing through me? Am I this world's savior?
Can I insight check Darius?
Sure. Insight. Darius, roll deception.
Oh, damn it. 3.
I rolled a natural 3, but my deception's like +6 or something.
Yeah. So yeah. It totally looks like you healed the bejesus out of him.
Oh, what does this mean? Oh my god. Are you okay? You're sure you're okay?
I mean, and I try to like Jak do the like you roll and like do the hop up, but all I do is like roll back and roll forwards and then just stand up.
That was impressive. Okay, well, I have some things to do now.
What do you have to do?
I have to return this cloak to its owner, and you are now the proud owner of a potion of invisibility.
And I just like hand it to him.
Okay.
And I like stare him in the eye and grab the hood and pull it over my head. And I'm like, what the hell do I need this for?
Well, now you can be really invisible. I don't know, but you owe a lady named Flo 200 gold. So we should find Jak. It's been a minute, so maybe head this way?
I'm gonna start marching off.
Okay.
Look, can't we just give this back to her? I take the hood off.
Yeah, possibly if you'd like to go say hello to Flo. I may have yelled at her a little bit and
I can
threatened
take care
her.
of that, don't worry. Where is her shop?
That way. It's the one that looks like it hasn't sold anything in a very long time.
Okay, and I will go and look for said shop.
I will be back. Or I'll wait
Where
here.
are we? No, you can go wherever you're. Where are we going after this?
We're going back to the house, right?
Right. Yes. Okay. Cool. I will go return this, and I'll meet you at the house.
Okay, I'll meet you at the house. All right. Tell Flo I said hi, and she owes me 100 gold if you get that back. That's what I paid for it.
Okay. I will do my best.
Okay. I'm glad you're okay, Darius.
Give him a big hug.
All thanks to you, and I hug him back.
And we're gonna get them back, okay? If it's the last thing I do on this earth, I will make sure they both pay.
Well, forgiveness is the greatest thing that you can do, and I think it's best that we just move on from this and the city.
I don't know. I'm having trouble computing that right now, but I will do my best.
Okay.
All right, we'll see
I
you
will
back
see
at
you
the
at the
house.
house. Yep.
Okay. I run off.
All right. Alice heads off towards
Oh,
Court.
the prancing pony, or sorry, what was it called? The I don't know. The place I could return this cloak to.
Oh, the steaming anvil.
That's it. What's the prancing? Is that Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
First inn.
Anyways, is the steaming anvil on this floor?
Yeah.
No one's ever hear you say that.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Does this cloak look cool on me? Do I like it?
It's up to you. It's black, and it's got red and gold kind of engraving around the edges of it. It's got a little tie here, and it's kind of almost extended at the front where the hood is. It kind of is a little bit longer than a normal cloak. It goes forwards.
Does it fit me well?
Well, it drags a little bit on the ground, but other than that, like broadwise, when you stretch out your arms, it looks like the arms fit you better than it did the goblin that was wearing it.
Okay. I'm going to head back to the house then.
Okay. All right. So, Jak, you are preparing a meal. You've got Reen working the stove, keeping it lit, keeping it fired up as you're searing some steaks off, boiling your vegetables. Anything else specific you want to do while you're there, or just preparing the meal?
Just preparing the meal, and then as he's like setting the plates out, he forgets if Atlas eats food or not. So he's gonna pull like a bunch of random ball bearings and put them on a plate
Okay.
for Atlas.
Perfect. Ding, 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 ding. You just lay them out. All right, awesome. So Darius, as you head up north where Atlas kind of pointed in the direction, you come across a store. You can see from the outside through the windows, you see shelves with these bottles all lined up on it. This is clearly the potion cellar that he was referring to.
Okay, I'm gonna walk inside.
Hello, young man. How can I help you on this fine, beautiful day? Here to buy some potions for an adventure, perhaps?
Oh, hello. You must be Flo.
That's me, Flo Dawnspark. Nice to meet you. And may I ask what your name is, handsome young fellow?
He bows and takes her hand and kisses it. And
Oh.
He says, I am Darius. An absolute pleasure to meet you, darling.
Oh, so polite. I don't get a lot of politeness these days. In fact, I just had a very rude customer. This is such a contrast, and I'm so pleased to meet your acquaintance.
And she kind of pulls her raggedy kind of apron up a little bit as she tries to kind of curtsy for you.
Well, I do apologize. That actually was my friend. He seemed to be a little bit confused on my situation, and I pull the potion out. And I believe he bought this from you for me.
Oh, yes, that was that A.T.L.A.S fellow. He owes me 200 gold. He said his very rich friend was going to come by and settle up.
Yes. Well, would it be possible to return this to you?
Oh, we don't really do returns here. It's a final sales situation.
I understand, and I give her like the most charming smile I can, and he's like, I'm gonna say, the situation was a little bit confusing. I was trapped in an area where I was in a bit of danger, and he asked, I guess I don't, maybe he thought this would help me, but unfortunately, and I pull the hood up just to show, and then I take it off. As you can see, I really don't need this, so it would be a waste for me to keep it. I think you could take it back and try to sell it and make money from it, of course.
Roll persuasion. With advantage because she's enamored by you right now.
Bags her.
28.
Okay.
Well, this isn't really something I normally do. If you could perhaps keep it under wraps, that might be okay.
Your secret is absolutely safe with me, I assure you. And I'll tell you what, I will give you this back, and how about you only give me half the money that he paid you?
Oh, that's quite generous. You are such a nice... What was your name again?
Yeah, my name is Darius.
Darius
Darius Silverstrum.
Silverstrum. What an elegant name.
Well, thank you. It sounds even more elegant coming from you.
Oh, you.
She starts shuffling towards the the countertop.
Darius will set the potion down.
Brings it down. She brings up this raggedy kind of sheet of paper, and she pulls it out, turns it towards you. You can see where it says Atlas, and there's some strange scribbling beside it that you can't quite make out. You can see there's a couple of letters there.
So, if you don't mind, just a signature to confirm that we're doing a return.
And you see her just right beside it, minus 250 gold, and turns it around with a little line underneath her for you to sign.
And I'll sign it. It's like a very exuberant signature.
Okay, do performance. Check.
Yeah, absolutely. 18.
Okay. Like a swordsmith, you just see the pen just flying across the page as a very extravagant signature. And it kind of fills up way more area than it really should for this size of paper. And she kind of just smiles at you, just kind of staring into your eyes, not even looking at the signature. She brings out her little bag and just counts out the 50 gold pieces and pushes across the table.
There you are. Oh,
And I'll slide it off, and then I'll take 1 gold piece and put it on account. This is for you, darling. Thank you so much. You are quite enchanting, and I will put the gold in my pouch.
if you could teach some of those manners to your friend, that'd probably be much appreciated by the people in this city.
I will definitely keep that in mind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Silverstrum.
And thank you, Flo. Have a great day.
You too.
And I'll wink at her and walk out of the store.
Ooh.
You see her cheeks go red a little bit as she watches you leave. All right, perfect. Where are you heading?
Head back to the house.
Okay. So, Jak, as you're kind of situating everything, you hear the front door. Atlas, you reach the front door of the home of Sunak.
I'm gonna just try to open it.
He did not lock it, so yeah, it opens, and you can see straight down the hallway and see Jak in the kitchen with Reen.
Hello.
In the kitchen, I think.
Oh, what smells good?
Can I smell something? Can I smell stuff?
Roll a perception.
14.
14. Yes, you do. You get some sort of whiff of meats, and that's pretty much all you can smell. Like searing meat.
Oh, it smells much better in here than last time. What's going on? We making food?
Yeah, making a little meal from back home. So figured I'd, since I came here and guarded the house, figured I'd set up shop.
Oh, wonderful. That's very nice of you. Anything for me?
Yeah, I went ahead and he's gonna turn around and he's gonna have a plate with a steak on it and then a plate with ball bearings on it. I forgot what you like to eat, so you can pick whichever one you eat.
Oh, can I have them both?
Yeah. That's why I made you 2 plates.
Wonderful.
I grab the plate with the steak and the plate with the ball bearings. I shunt the steak off the plate and I throw the plate in my mouth. I'm assuming it's like a metal tray, like it's not.
Yeah, it looks like some really scratchy, dark, metallic disc almost.
Yeah, and then I'll start munching on the ball bearings, just casually in the corner and sit.
You see Reen like a hound. As food has touched the ground, she knows it's free game and she just lands on it.
Before the steak even lands.
Is she okay to eat that?
Oh yeah, if something falls on the ground, she's allowed to eat it.
Anything? Is that what happened to Harper?
No.
You may need to work on training that with her.
No, she knows what's food and what's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna continue munching.
All right, you hear the cracking in the corner of the metal being chewed and ping, 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 ping. as he swallows and goes down.
Where's Darius and Mastos?
Mastos, is stuck in a hole. He says he'll be fine. Darius is returning a potion that, I purchased for him. Because he was captured and nearly beaten to death, but I was able to revive him and fully restore him with little to no energy, so I think I've evolved.
Darius got captured and beaten.
Basically to an inch of his life. I mean, that really doesn't tell me how much of a beating he took, just because he's a little soft, but he didn't look too good.
The guy that can turn invisible got captured and beat?
Yeah, I don't really know, but that
What's his name? Arik?
Yeah.
that Arik fellow is just he just really winds up my gears, if you know what I mean, and he's cruising for what do you call it? A physical altercation. And I'm about to be the one to dole out some physicality.
Can you actually hurt somebody with your hands? Or is it just spells in your blade in your hand?
I mean, the blade is my hand, but I mean, if I didn't pull the blade out, I mean, I don't know.
I guess like punch somebody. Are you actually able to do that?
I don't know. We can find out.
I mean, if we have to go, like, take care of these guys, we can.
Darius told me to forgive and forget, but my databanks don't allow me to forget. Forgiving is a very human emotion, so I'm not really sure how to handle that right now. I just know that I really want to correct the situation viciously.
Well, if Darius wants to move on from it, I say we let him move on from it.
Yeah, I know.
It is a little out of character, but what do we, we're in a different area, who knows?
I guess we're evolving, all of us. I mean, I haven't seen him stab anyone in the shoulder for no real apparent reason in a long time.
Well,
he
he
hasn't killed any kids lately, so I mean, I think we all have moved to the more positive side of our actions. Yeah.
I haven't seen him cast a bunch of spells to open a box in a long time, so honestly, I think he has stepped up.
I think we've all done a really good job. And now I can pretty much heal people from death to life, so, and with little to no effort, so I mean, I don't even have to sleep tonight, I don't think. I can stay up all night.
Well, you do that. I will be resting, as will Reen, so.
Okay, well, maybe I'll keep watch.
Excellent. So you said Darius is out, so Mastos is not out. Is he still helping his bat friend?
Oh yeah, he's stuck in a tunnel. It seemed quite perilous, but he assured us he was fine. So we'll have to catch up with him in the morning.
I think we gotta stop splitting up so much, because I feel like you leave Darius alone, he gets beat up and mugged, and you leave Mastos alone, he falls down a pit and dies. Is that what you said?
Oh, no, we were with him when he fell down the pit and got stuck, so actually he might do better now that we're not with him. And you seem to do quite well alone. You've cooked this wonderful meal, so I mean, we might have to leave you alone more often. And I was left alone for 10 minutes, and I evolved into a super healing automaton that essentially could probably cure any disease ever known now at this point.
Well, here's the next thing, and he's going to pull the key into the house out, and he's going to kind of spin it on his finger. Maybe you should hold on to this, and if you're going to send me away to go get to a house that's locked, maybe give me this in the future, because I had to break in. And thankfully, I paid a little more attention this time instead of just breaking, so I was able to get in and make it look like I didn't break in. And he's going to hand the key up.
So it sounds like you not having this key made you a better person. Huh?
I guess.
We're all.
We're all evolving. You're welcome, Jack.
And I like slowly pop the key in my mouth and with a smile.
So
I'm like almost like I planned it the whole time, but really I completely forgot.
So Darius will be back shortly, and I'm assuming Mastos will be back shortly.
Well, I mean, that's a hope. Unless, Mastos dies in that trap tunnel alone and scared, and Darius gets beat up and killed again. I mean, I'm hoping they both will be back.
Yeah, if if Mastos dies in that hole, are we gonna have to go get him, or can we just leave him there?
Well, I'm not really sure. I don't know what the protocol is for that, but I mean, it's like rock and mud and stuff, and isn't that kind of where he's from? Like the earth is, maybe he's
Return to the
Yes.
earth.
Yeah.
I feel like if we're done with the Fey Forest, then we can just leave. We solved the
Yeah, well, I think we
murder.
still need to save the city and defeat the demons and essentially help Mastos, his friend.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the demons.
And
Good.
what
My
is
dog's going crazy.
The
My dog
demons
is
are
going
coming.
crazy. Somebody's at my house. Okay, well,
Maybe we just get some rest and hopefully Darius will be back soon. And, well, yeah, I mean, hopefully, you made a lot of food, so hopefully they're here to enjoy it.
yeah, Reen was gonna get 2 steaks, but you didn't want yours, so now she gets 3.
Ooh, good girl, Reen. What if she'd enjoyed it more if you put them together and made them look like a small human?
As you
no,
say
what are we
this,
gonna do?
Darius, you come into a view of the house, coming up to the front door. The door is currently closed.
Check it.
It is still unlocked, as nobody's locking the door. Yeah, it opens up.
All right, I'm gonna come in and close the door behind me. And I'm just gonna instantly. I assume I smell the food.
Yeah, the moment you open that door, you can smell the meat ruminating through the house.
Instantly, Darius is gonna be like, "Woo! Something smells good. What's going on in here?"
Jack made us all food, look!
Can I just show him like some of the plate left of ball bearings?
You want some?
I assume you made the plates specifically for each of us.
I forgot if Atlas ate meat or metal, so I just made him a plate of both. But for you, I made something I used to make all the time on my island, and it is meat and potato soup. So eat it and tell me if you think it's good.
Okay. Are you presenting it to me, or is it like?
Yeah, he is like a plate, and then he's got a bowl, and then as he hands it to you, he's also then going to turn around and he's going to get this bottle and he's going to pour it in a cup, and then he's going to put it in front of you.
Okay, yeah, cool. Thanks, Jack. Smells delicious. I'm gonna go sit down and try to eat.
Okay, Jack, I want you to roll a d20.
Do you just want a straight roll?
And add your proficiency to it.
Okay. 12 on the die, so 15.
Okay. Yeah, tastes pretty good. Tastes pretty good. Texture's good. In comparison to other things you've had from where you live, Darius, yeah, it's pretty good quality.
This is, and I'm like, oh, this is really good, man. Like, I mean, it's the best meal I've had in 2 weeks. So.
Thanks. Made it all the time.
I didn't
So
know you could cook. This is actually really impressive.
I don't do it in a bunch. Like, I guess I don't do it all the time, but I did make it, I guess, semi-often out in the wilderness.
Oh, that's really good, man. You did a great job. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And Jack gives him a Darius wink.
Keep working on that. And I'm gonna say to Alice, so I got her to take the potion back, but because of your attitude and apparently you threatened her, she did not issue a refund for the gold that you gave.
Oh. I guess that's fair. I mean, I did whatever I could because I knew your life was in peril, and I didn't have enough money on me. That's all I had, so I gave her what I had, and
How much money do you have?
not much now. I gave her 100 gold. I have a diamond, but I need to hold on to that. And that costs 300 gold, but I wasn't sure if I needed that when I got to you. If you had passed.
What happened to all the platinum that I gave you?
Well, I bought a diamond.
Oh. All right, well, I'm going to take 200 gold from my bag. And I'm going to... Here, so you have some money on you.
Oh. Oh, that's so generous. I only paid 100 gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's not money for the potion that you paid. This is money so that you have money in case you need to save somebody that's dying.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You did not need to do that. I just was trying to save you, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, it benefits me in the end.
That's true. Okay. Did you want to give me more?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Are you giving me gold or platinum?
Gold.
Okay,
Gave you 200 gold.
nice.
He eats it immediately.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Dessert.
No, I'm gonna put it in my satchel, so it'll be separate.
Okay.
I don't want it to be in with all my other gold.
Okay. Flip it open and put it into your embroidered satchel.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up in the bandana that I have, and just kind of wrap that up so it's not loose.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So you guys have kind of eaten, talked a little. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I am exhausted. I had a rough day, and I have spent all of the arcane energy that I am currently in tune with, so I'm going to go to sleep.
Well, I was gonna stay up if anyone needs anything done. With this new power and ability I have, I just don't feel like I probably need to rest at this point.
I mean, that's just silly, Atlas.
Well,
They
we are
do
in a
say-
strange house, and I don't... Wait, has anyone locked the door?
They do say when you're in a dire situation, that's what helps you push past your limits. So maybe seeing Darius in a state that you did made you that much stronger.
As he's talking, I am paying attention, but I'm also moseying over to the door to lock it.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough. You lock her from the inside.
Okay. Well,
I
I
didn't
was
lock it because is Mastos going to come home? Like, I don't know. What's he doing?
Well, maybe you can send a message to him?
Well, are we on that core?
Are we on? No, we're not. That's core 2, isn't it?
So you're
Oh,
on the
no,
core
we
where
went
he
down.
originally went in the hole.
Yeah, so no, because he should be. We were on core 2 when he left, right?
Yeah, and then you guys went down to try at the wall underneath, and that's when he said, "I'm stuck, but I'll be fine."
Yeah, so we don't like. Is he gonna like? I don't.
I don't know. I just
like.
I think we should lock the door. I mean, he's Mastos. He's survived outside his whole life.
If we lock the door, let's be safe, and then if he shows up, he'll just play a tune on his flute, and it'll wake you up. Since you're staying up all night anyway, Atlas.
Yeah,
No,
I'll just
see-
stand by the door.
I don't think you should stay up all night.
How did you get kidnapped? I thought you could turn invisible.
Yeah, what happened with that, Darius? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I find that you've been like one of the more recently good at not getting seen people.
Is your cloak broken?
No, it's not broken. So when you left, that guy was at the counter, which was my only method of escape.
Mhm.
So I tried to make a noise to distract him, but I guess he knew exactly where I was after that, and they caught me.
And will they turn the lights out on you?
Oh no, I said the lights are fit because like when somebody gets beat up, you pass out and it gets dark.
They,
Like-
I don't understand. So they.
So when
they
I
beat
when I
you up
when I
and-
close my eyes, I'm like right now it is dark. I can't see.
No, the lights are on.
Yeah,
Oh,
but if you're invisible, how did they see you? Like when you're
Yeah.
invisible, I can't see you.
I don't know. Maybe their suits have some type of weird. They're all mechanically enhanced.
Well, I mean, I felt
And then
like
you got beaten to an inch of your life. You look fine.
well, that was because my powers have grown exponentially. I think I'm a god. I think that's what I am. I'm trapped.
I think you might be going a little overboard.
You don't understand, Darius. I had like a little tiny bit of energy left. And it took you from death to pristine. And what
Maybe that-
how else?
Maybe that's also the power of friendship mixed with your healing.
Jack rolls his eyes and walks away.
Oh my gosh, you could be right. Maybe we've unlocked a new skill of arcane energy.
All right, stay up all night.
Friendship energy.
I'm going to bed.
Don't stay up all night. I still think you need rest.
Jack's gonna like peek around the corner as he's about to enter his room. You can stay up all night. Stay by that door and wait for Mastos.
Listen. What are your power cells currently at?
8%.
Yeah. So you sitting at 8% and not going into stasis to charge those back up, you're going to be what we would consider exhausted tomorrow.
But not if my 8% is old Atlas's 100,000%. You
Right.
understand? The
I
power of
do.
8%
But also,
Power
you
of
don't know if
arcane
that's the
friendship.
case.
is exponential. You don't know what I'm capable of.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You do whatever you want to do. My advice to you is get some rest. I don't think it's a good idea for you to stay up all night.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe we need to get a big hug again, and maybe that friendship energy will restore my cells.
All right, and I will kneel down. Bring it in, big guy.
And I give him a big hug, and I wait.
And I like squeeze him as hard as I can, which isn't much with my -1 strength.
Yeah. His metal body has no give. You're like,
Do you feel anything?
I feel a lot of metal and friendship.
It's not restoring any energy.
And maybe because I'm out of energy.
Oh, yes. That could be it.
Could
That
be.
is it. You go rest, Darius, and we will...
Oh, wait! Before I do that, do you still have that spell? Do you want to test it before we rest?
Sorry. Well,
The one that made the big monster when we were in the forest disappear.
I don't have enough friendship energy for that.
Okay, all right. All right, then. Get some rest.
Okay.
I think it's in your best interest to do that.
I'll go into high alert stasis, and that way if there is a knock on the door, I'll be aware of it.
All right, perfect. Good night, Atlas.
Good night, Darius.
And I put my fist out for a fist bump.
I was already still holding on.
Oh, I thought you let go when I said good night,
No.
but all right. After he
Talking
lets
into
me
your
go,
ear.
I will put my fist for a
And
fist
I
bump.
will grab it and shake it.
Nope. Try again.
I grab it and I pull it in and out.
Nope. Like this.
And I...
There you go. You did it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that can be our thing.
Oh, yeah. All right. What do we
Okay.
call it?
A fist bump.
Oh, that's clever. I like it.
Yeah, pretty
You're
simple.
clever, Darius.
Yes.
Things you come up with.
Mm-hmm. All right, good night, buddy. I'm going to bed.
Good night, Jack.
Good night.
Good night, Ring.
I'm gonna stand in the middle here, and I'm gonna. Jack, are you gonna take the corpse room?
Whatever the let me wait, I think we're on a map, right? Jack is right here.
Okay, cool. That's the corpse room. So I'm gonna go into the other room.
Boom.
Okay. And Atlas stationing up by the front door.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah, Darius, when you go in, you see this already in bedroll there.
Darius, wah.
Sorry, what you saying, Atlas? Cut you off.
I was yelling goodnight to everyone, and I just yelled goodnight to Mastos, like extra loud.
All right, so you guys settle in. Do you guys want to kind of wait until later at night so you wake up at a certain time, or what's you guys gonna
8
plan
a.m.
here? 8 a.m. Okay, so good solid 12 hours.
I'd like to, before I go to sleep, I want to look over the. Can I look at the Can I figure out what this green potion is myself if I spend time with it, or is that like identifying?
Yeah, if you spend an hour, like a short rest, like an hour with it, you can ascertain what it may be.
Okay, so can I do like an hour of before I go to sleep for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do that. You guys get enough. If you're getting up at like 8 in the morning or whatever, you definitely have enough time for sure. Does anybody else need to do anything like before they actually go to sleep or anything? No?
I will.
No, 'cause I left my book with dude, so I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else. Let me just hold on. Let me just see.
Jack will do like a small workout regiment that he can just do in his room.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All right.
look over the. So I'm gonna look over the potion, and I'm gonna look over the blindfold. That's kind of what I want to focus on for a few hours before. I'm kind of like I'm waiting up for Mastos before I go like full sentry mode, and then
Yeah.
I'll power down.
Sounds good. Kind of like you know your wife's coming home and you kind of want to go to bed, but you kind of want to wait until they get home. Yeah, you get it.
Yes. Exactly like that.
All right, so yeah, you guys start to kind of like settle in for the night. You study these two items. So the green liquid, you figure out it's a vial of acid.
Say potion of invisibility. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's an acid vial.
I thought it was like a potion. Like it's a big. That was like a big potion, not like a vial.
It's like it's a bottle,
Big?
vial bottle of green
Okay.
liquid.
Okay. I do want to make that distinction because if I'm throwing a bottle of acid or a vial, there's probably two different outcomes, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
this is definitely an acid vial.
Vial.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're changing it. I'm just
Now-
double checking.
Yeah. So we're making the distinction from here moving forwards.
Acid vial.
You have an acid vial.
Cool.
The blindfold. So you did look over this before, and
More or less
it,
trying to tap into the knowledge, like the new knowledge that I have of it.
yeah. So yeah, as you kind of focus in on it, study the material, the engravings, trying to see if any of these kind of runic symbols trigger anything for you. And as you do, the only thing additional you can really get is that it looks like some of the areas where the runic threading throughout this blindfold has been constructed is broken in certain places. So you can kind of figure out that whatever abilities this had to enhance, whatever abilities it enhanced, This thing would need repaired or fixed before it would work.
Okay.
It looks
Okay.
like it would give you some sort of advanced senses when not being able to see.
Okay. But the thread's broken. Can
Yeah,
I make
there's-
out like what kind of thread it is? Like, is it probably not, eh? Like,
Well, you can just tell it's an enchanted type of thread.
right.
All right, so you all settle down. No sign of Mastos as of yet. So you kind of let yourself go into the high alert stasis as the rest of you fade off to blackness for the first time in your own home. Callum. And we'll take a break there. And we'll be back
right.
shortly and see what happens when you guys arouse. We'll be arousing. This is not when he wanted.
Oh, my bad. Man, it might. I'm not even going to say things.
Mastos in the house.
Hey-o.
Just wondering why my camera is not connected.
All right, welcome back, everybody, from the break. So
Oh, I forgot.
as we left
Keep going,
off,
it's fine.
as we left off, the ATLADS minus Mastos had settled in the new home. Sunak's old house, settling in for the night. Meanwhile, is Mastos ready? Have you got your microphone and everything good to go?
1 second. Let's go.
Okay. That was funny. It's like, is somebody here? All right, so Mastos, as you reach the top of the tree and you look out to see this thing rampaging towards Duranic as he unleashes his 2 swords. Well, it's been a while, but let's do this! And he runs forward. I need you to roll initiative.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
We
Now
could
we
hear you
yeah.
before.
You could hear me before?
Well, I don't know if you were talking between when we could hear you before and now. But
Oh, no. Hold on.
Okay.
Did you hear what I just said?
no.
No.
Oh, nat 20 on that. I really wasted that.
What do you mean waste? That's not a waste.
Does it give me a natural crit on my first attack? It's a waste.
I thought you were stuck in a hole.
Oh, you guys thought I was stuck in a hole. Just wait. You'll see.
He was stuck in
Okay.
a hole.
I was stuck in a hole when I sent you that message.
And Mastos, what did you roll? Sorry,
Nat 20.
at 20. And do you have any add to your initiative? Or?
Yeah, sorry, I haven't actually rolled that right now. That was the part that I was setting up. Ever since getting this new graphics card, my computer's just chugging along.
Wait, like it's struggling?
No. I actually may need to upgrade my power source, though.
No, 750 should be fine.
I'm sorry, it's loading slow.
Okay, well, I'll look.
Okay, okay. I have +2 to my initiative, so 22.
Okay, perfect. 22.
Okay, that's all up.
All right. All right, so you see this tiger pounding forwards, standing about 12 foot high, close to maybe 5 feet wide. You can see the fire burning out between its metal plates, but you also see blood gushing out from parts of its body as it rampages towards Duranic. What do you do? Mastos.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Technically, I'm still the spider form, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna little spider squeak, and I am going to I'm going to bonus action wild shape to my normal form, and then I'm going to cast Summon Elemental
Okay.
at level 4.
Are you staying where you are, or are you moving? Before you
Well, I
cast.
can cast this within 90 feet.
Okay.
So I am going to actually cast it. I just want to actually measure. Yeah, perfect. Right behind it, 60 feet.
Okay.
Between it and that rock. That's great.
And what exactly are you
There.
summoning?
I will summon a water elemental.
Okay. Strangely enough, didn't have a token prepared for that.
and we were talking about it.
Yeah.
You silly boy.
Well, for some reason, it won't let me pull it out.
I have
Okay.
that problem.
All right, so we're gonna use one of your other tokens for now, just to represent it.
Okay, so everyone, this new token, it's a water elemental,
Whoa.
right? Mm-hmm.
So as you, as you kind of, are you dropping down from the tree? I'm assuming, right? You're kind of backing up. A bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to actually also. Let me measure again. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I will move to back up Duranic.
All right. So as you kind of like drop yourself off the tree, and you kind of undo your wild shape, and as you come into form, you just weave your spell and reach out and see this whoosh of water just collapse onto the ground behind the tiger as it kind of whips up and around and starts to form a hulking water elemental behind it. What do you do next? Anything else, or is that your full turn?
Tim.
Tim?
I was muted again. Sorry, that was my full action. I took the action to cast. I took the move action and bonus action to unwild shape.
Okay,
So
perfect.
that's my turn.
All right, so you see Duranic just run forwards. He kind of like stumbles back for a quick second, just seeing this massive water elemental form behind the tiger that he's rushing towards, and he kind of like assesses the situation and just head down and just charges in anyway. You see him pull at the blades, and as he does, he leaps up into the air to try and grab the neck of this tiger.
Badass.
20 hits, so he hits with that. Okay, perfect. So yeah, he jumps up and bam! You see his fist just go into right in the side of the left jaw of the tiger as he leaps around its neck and smacks it for 14 damage. You see the lower part of this massive jaw just shift for a quick second back into place. Just starts roaring at him as he swings his other fist. And misses. So as he tries to come in with the left hand as he's hanging on the back of its neck, it just misses. It goes right around the front as it kind of turns its head, and it just grazes the front. As he hangs on with both of his arms, you see him raise both of the swords from the side and plunge it into each side of the tiger, as the flames are licking out of the side of it.
Licking.
21 to 20 or 27 damage. The both
Go
swords
Duranic.
finding their mark right into the sides of it, and you just see blood and fire just spurt out like a burst, like a hose, just shooting out the undercarriage of this lion as it's roaring and trying to shake Duranic off, as he lands back on the ground underneath it, looking up, ready to attack it again. And as he does that, the tiger lurches forwards, and you see its mouth almost dislocate as these metal hinges on each side of its mouth starts to elongate as it. You see this fire spray just jet out in front of it in a 30-foot cone. So roll a dexterity saving throw, please. Are you muted again?
No. I rolled a 12.
Well, okay. Okay, so you take 5 fire damage. And so as this flame kind of engulfs part of you, it starts to fade away, but you can see the parts of you are still on fire. The heat of this thing isn't letting go, and it's burning into your flesh. As it kind of releases this, it lunges back, and then it goes down to bite Duranic. As Duranic kind of ducks out of the way and rolls to manage to avoid this spray. It bites. For 26 definitely hits. Ooh. 36 damage. As Juranic rolls out of the way of this fire spray, the line just right down, or tiger, I should say, right down and catches him on his upper left shoulder as it just sinks the teeth in, and you can see the flames just spurting out of the gap in Juranic's shoulder now. Ah! Ah! He lets out a scream. And that is Juranic's turn. Or sorry, Tiger's turn. He's gonna stay where he is. Mastos, you're up.
Okay. I will command the. Oh, does the elemental get its own initiative?
I think it goes with you.
Shares my initiative. But it takes its turn immediately after mine. Oh, so wouldn't it have had a turn already?
Does it go as soon as you summon it? I'll have to look that up.
I don't know. It says in combat the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It doesn't say if it takes it same turn and summoned.
Okay, so we'll say it didn't.
Yeah. I will. Oh, helps if I pull up a water elemental's ability. Just so I can get the name right of what it's doing. It will use. Okay, so I will. Okay, so I don't know if it says it can move and attack inside that, but whatever. I am going to use the creature's.
So you're going first, right? It's gonna go after.
Oh yeah, I'm going first. Thank you. Okay, so I will cast. Oh, is it a concentration spell? It is a concentration spell. Okay, that changes things. Is that a concentration? Yeah, man, everything's concentration spells. I will cast. Plant growth, and I, instead of the 100-foot radius completely being covered, I am only going to cover no, because that won't work anyways. Yeah, that won't work the way I want it to. Okay, so I'm going to back up over here, go like that. Is this a rock right here in front of me? Okay, I'm gonna hide behind the rock.
Okay.
And I am going to cast. No, I can't do it. Oh man, Good Berry. I'm just gonna cast Good Berry. I know it sounds silly. I'm just gonna cast Good Berry and collect 10 good berries right now. And I'm gonna eat them.
Okay. So you run behind the stone and cache 10 good berries and start to eat.
Yeah. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. And the water elemental's turn.
Okay. So the elemental is going to move. I can move him, right? Into the tiger's space. It can occupy a hostile creature space and stop there. And I am going to use Whelm.
Okay. DC 15 strength saving throw. And he rolls a 14. So as the water elemental, you see it start to lurch forwards and just start to wrap itself around this tiger. The tiger starts to lurch back away from Juranic to see what it can feel coming up as it starts to encompass The entirety of the tiger is kind of reaching up, trying to keep its head out of this water that's now totally covering its body. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And it's the 2d8, right? Yeah, 2d8 plus 4.
Yeah.
That's not my d8. What? There it is. Ooh, solid 8. And a 6 for 18 altogether.
18. So,
And is this creature large?
yeah, it's large, yeah.
So it is also considered grappled.
Yeah, so as the water elemental spreads its body around, and as the tiger starts trying to reach out, you see the teeth sticking out as it tries to kind of catch its breath, and the water just encompasses and almost seems to go inside as the entirety of it is covered. And as it kind of shrinks down, you can almost hear a cracking noise as parts of its bones start to fracture. The water elemental starts to turn an orangey red color as you can start to see the blood and the fire mixing in amongst the elemental's body as the beast barely holds itself up. Anything else for you?
No, that was the water elemental's gonna shoot a thumbs up. I shoot one back.
All right. So Dranic, seeing this, seeing it kind of restricted, moving around, sees the opportunity. He looks up. This time he doesn't jump. This time he starts thrusting with his fists. Throws a 1-2 up at its lower jaw, trying to knock it out. Oh, the 14. So he misses. At 26. So the first, he kind of lurches up with the left arm as this thing's flailing around, trying to get this water elemental off. Manages to dodge that, but as he does, it comes up with the right, and poof, you just see Duranic Fist penetrate the water elemental as it just sprays outwards, and you see his fist go a couple of inches in to the chin of this tiger. And you can see the bones splinter out, the metal start to fracture and peel away from parts of its face as it just tries to let out a roar, but it's just filled with water as it collapses on the ground, unconscious. All right, perhaps we should get going. And he looks back to you. Mastos, what? Let's talk later, yes? And he starts running to the south.
I run with him and direct him. I want to point to the southwest direction of the door.
Okay. So he starts running. Your water elemental is still kind of like sitting almost guard over the tiger as it looks motionless on the ground.
I would like to... I guess I can only hold it within 90 feet, right? Like once I'm 90 feet away, it goes? Or is that for only casting it?
Let me read it.
Yeah, because it doesn't specify that. I'm going to assume...
Being it's a concentration, it should stay. You just can't control it, I would assume.
Okay. I would like to drop concentration when we're in a, maybe about over here.
Yeah,
when you're in, you know what I mean?
Safe range.
Yeah. I'm, you know me. I'm not going to kill this creature. I'm just going to fuck it up.
All right, so you and Joranic just running, you drop concentration. He's following your lead. You kind of get your bearings, knowing where that blue light is, hanging in the center of the dome, knowing where you come out of, getting that positioning. And you guys are just beelining it for the southwest area. He seems to be following your direction. And you notice the top, about 150 feet up, almost all around the dome, about 200 feet space and gaps. Small kind of like orange square almost, glowing slightly around the entirety of the dome as you guys run down. Where are we going? To the exit, yes?
Yes. Exit. see those blue ruins? And I'm going to point to the southwest wall, or the west wall, really, in general, where the blue ruins were above the main entrance door.
Okay. So yeah, you're running southwest, and then there's so above the door was like these strange orange kind of squares. That's what's kind of around there, but you can see where the iron massive slab wall is, so it's very easy to see where this exit is.
Yeah. And
All right, let's go. I don't know how far I can get, but I'm going.
We must hurry. We must hurry. They planned to burn it.
You can't burn the forest. This is where I come from.
No time. No time. They won't listen to me.
Well, one thing at a time. Yes, let's get out of here.
He's double
Agreed.
dashing.
And I would like to wild shape into a giant elk.
Okay. So as you're both running, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna tell him as I wild shape, "You're right. Jump on," and that's when I wild shape.
Okay, perfect. So as you wild shape and you say that, he grabs the corner of your horn and Legolasses himself up onto your back with all four arms grabbing on as you charge towards the exit. All right, so you reach the iron doors, avoiding. You see the vines, you see the pods, everything that you've remembered from your time in the Fae Forest and from when you were originally in this forest. The memories and the positioning of everything coming back, understanding when you got that overview of everything and where it was, remembering that your post was very far from here, where Juronic was sent to take care of this area of the forest. You know that where you came from was not within this area. As you start to run towards the door and you come across the big iron plate door in your elk form.
So would you say this would be a far distance off from where Juranic was supposed to be?
You positioned him in the center of this dome.
Okay. And that's basically where he came from. That's where that tree was. Okay. Yeah. Yep. And as we keep heading, that's my trajectory is to get out.
Okay. Plow ahead. So you're right in front of the big door. You kind of stop and your elk form. You stop by the iron door.
Okay, what next? Do we wait here? Should we hide? Should we rest? I almost got killed back there.
Unwild shape.
Okay.
And we must go out here. And I bang on the door.
Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Wait a few seconds. Nothing.
Okay. Well,
Then you hear far to the north, you hear these massive thuds. And as you look up to the north, you can just see the top of some sort of metal. Looks like a helmet, but it's too large to be a helmet. But it's just off in the distance, heading towards the blue light hanging in the sky.
Oh no.
I don't like
Shut
this.
or not?
Perhaps protection is best, yes. I'm not feeling so great.
And he points down. You can see the gaping wound in his shoulder. You see some other injuries down his legs that you didn't see him take during that fight. He looks pretty badly hurt.
I can help you. And I will again cast Goodberry twice. And give him 20 berries. And I'll be like, you must eat.
Not very hungry, but I guess so. Are we getting out here, or what are we doing?
I would like. Oh, shit.
You start shoving, like in a video game, food down his face to heal him while he's running in circles from the boss.
I would
Skyrim
like
when you go to the
ask reduce on the iron door. Essentially, I'm going to make this door smaller and push it over to get through.
Hold on a second.
Oh, this isn't gonna go well.
Okay. All right, so you start feeding him the good berries, and he's chowing it down. You focus in on the door, start your incantation, kind of close your eyes, and you kind of like try to start grab and turn your hands, trying to focus in. You're finding this much more of a challenge than you did with the tree. Whatever material this is built with, needs to be a lot more resilient to your magical abilities. As you try to pull it together, and you're pushing, and you can almost see the form of the door almost like fight against its own structural integrity, and almost vibrates slightly. It doesn't move. Whatever this is made out of seems to be resilient to magic.
And well, that'll be my turn then, because I cast 2 spells technically.
So Juranic runs up to where the door is beside it, and you see him start to come over here, quick! If we can't get out, then we must protect ourselves. And he calls you over.
I rushed over.
So he goes over to this area of rocks right beneath the trees. And you see him, he gets down almost on all 4 of his arms and closes his eyes, and you see his fists start to vibrate. Sounds like this vibration starts to form, and as it does, he starts to arc his back up, and you see this wave of force energies to start to radiate out and go over. It starts to form a dome around you both. And as this goes on for a few moments, he starts to settle down, and this dome holds its shape. Okay, well, we'll be okay for a while now. I definitely need to rest, though. He starts to kind of crouch down and starts breathing heavily. As you're both now inside what you remember to be a protective spherical area that he would be able to form when you guys were out for long periods of time.
You rest, Juranic. I will watch. I will protect.
It's been so long. It was good to fight with you again. A little bit different than last time, of course, but good nonetheless.
And he kind of reaches out and just kind of touches your ankle, kind of gives your ankle a little pat.
I pat his hand. And soon we will fight like we used to, friend.
That would be nice. That would be nice. And you see him just lose consciousness and go to sleep from exhaustion. What do you wish to do?
I will sit and do a short rest for an hour.
Okay. So the hour goes by. You still hear noises, but way further to the north now. But Juranic still seems to be out.
That's okay.
Okay.
Because I was just preparing myself for the next, when he wakes up. And
You do remember he only put this up when he was going to sleep for 8 hours.
yeah, it's okay. I'll sit here for 8 hours. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you kind of watch protectively, as you still see these glowing orange kind of square shapes on the upper of the dome, don't change in color. They don't fluctuate. They're just a small glow. And the metal kind of helmet thing that you've seen is no longer to be seen. You don't hear any more noises after an hour or two. Kind of everything seems to settle down, be a little bit quieter. And as of then, the ATLADS back in Sunak's house slowly start to come to consciousness. Jak, you open your eyes and you see that Reen is all curled up at the bottom of the bed. Just kind of like lifts her eyes up to look as you awake.
Jak will get up, go over to Reen, kind of pet her for a minute, and then make his way back out into the kitchen area and get the coffee going.
All right, okay. Darius, after a nice restful sleep, you can smell coffee brewing from the kitchen.
Mom? Nope, that's not right. Okay. I'm gonna get up. Is there like a mirror in this room?
There's not. There's a desk and the bedroll that you slept on.
Okay. So I'm just gonna like fluff through my hair, which obviously I'll look immaculate just from doing that. I get up and I'm gonna stumble out of the room. Just coffee. I smell coffee.
As you're doing this, Atlas, you hear Jak rummaging around in the kitchen and Darius saying, "Mom?"
No mom's here.
Yeah, I figured it out. Sorry, I haven't smelt a smell like that since like I lived back home.
Oh.
Forever ago.
How did you sleep?
Fantastic. We can mark a long rest, yeah?
Long rest for everybody.
Yay!
It's been so long. I don't even know how to mark this down.
Yeah, how does this work?
Oh my gosh, I can do so many spells.
Yeah.
Isn't it just a button?
Yeah.
That's not the
For me,
point.
it's 2 buttons. I have to hit the long rest and then put my bardic inspiration charges back.
Well, no sign of Mastos tonight. I stayed in alert mode and nothing.
Do you think he slept in the hole?
I mean, either that or he died. In the hole.
Well, I mean, we can go back to the wall and I can try to message him again.
I think that should be what we do first. But what is that smell?
That's called coffee.
Oh, right. Yes. I'm still making myself familiar with the different smells. Do you want to have a cup before we go find the fate of our friend?
It would be a shame to make it go to waste.
Okay. Well, I can always scout ahead. I don't need coffee.
Did the rest help?
Yeah, I'm 100% charged.
Perfect. All right. Okay. What? Can you send him a message when you get to the wall? Do you have the same ability as me?
Not really. Not without using some of my friendship arcane.
And
So, is it worth it?
I mean, we can always build more.
Build more friendship arcane?
Yeah.
Is that how you recharge?
Well, I'm still kind of figuring things out. I'm not sure. This is all new to me.
Okay.
Or we could just have some coffee and go as a unit. It's
I mean, I can just take a cup with me.
Okay. Alright. I'll wait here.
Jack, is the coffee ready?
Yeah, it's ready.
All right, can I have a cup?
Then go.
Jack will come around the corner with 2 cups as he is sipping on his.
Thank you. Take it, and then I'm gonna head out of the house. Are you gonna come, or are you staying here?
So we're gonna go check on Mastos.
I mean, I feel like that would be the responsible thing to do. We slept for like 12 hours. He's been stuck in a wall for 12 hours, presumably.
And we believe that where he was headed was back to the Fey Forest.
Well, I think he was just headed after Juranic. We don't know if it went to the Fey Forest for sure or not.
So where are we going?
Back to the wall where I talked to him and he told me he was stuck in the wall.
Well, okay. Well, let's do that. I think that's not a bad idea. But why don't we go to the bottom floor as well and see if anything has happened with Karman and soldiers?
Okay, do you want to go do that? Well, I go message Mastos to make sure
Sure.
he didn't die in a wall.
Yeah. A lot can happen in 12 hours. I don't believe Mastos would die within 12 hours. So, yes, I will go down and I will wait on the core 5.
Where are you going to wait? Where should we meet you?
In front of the big metal door that lets us out into the Fey Forest.
In the forest? Okay. Atlas, do you want to go with him or do you want to come with me?
I'll go with you.
Okay. All right. Now I'll hold the mug up to Jack and we'll see you in a bit then. And we'll make our way down to core 3.
Okay. All right, so Jack and Reen, you're heading down to the pens, down to core 5?
Yep.
Alrighty. Are you keeping Reen out, or are you putting her away?
Jack
So I
is
know.
going to ride Reem.
Okay. So as you're riding Reen down the cores, you're getting a lot of looks from a lot of civilians that have clearly not seen this before. A lot of the Nolja guards, as you get a little bit, as you're kind of like at a distance getting closer, you see them start to reach for their arms, but then kind of relax and kind of give you a nod of acknowledgement as you pass them by.
Jack kind of grabs his hood like he's wearing a hat and nods at him. Morning.
So Darius and Alice, you guys very easily reach the west wall where you last communicated with Mastos.
And Darius is going to walk up and just... Mastos? You in there, buddy?
You wait for a moment.
What's he saying?
A whole lot of nothing.
Oh no. Oh no.
You get no
You don't
response.
think... You don't think he... Are you sure? Is he...
I would know if he's responding, Atlas. Come on.
Well, I don't know. Is he a bat still? Like, I don't...
I mean, he was talking to me before. Wait, don't I have his necklace?
It was more so a rat with wings. Just couldn't actually fly. Kind of messed that up.
Which, if you revisit that scene, makes it even funnier because you were like, turned into a bat and then fell to the ground.
So Darius, you remember that he did tell you, he informed you about the necklace that you have, that it had 3 uses of being able to talk to animals for an hour per use.
And he used 1, right? And then I used 1?
And then, yeah, but it's, he said per day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it recharged? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't, maybe he can't answer. Hold on. And I'm going to grab the necklace and activate it.
Sure. Yeah, you grab one of
And
the
I
teeth
will-
and you see it glow up. The runes kind of glow a little bit.
Attempt again. I will be Batmos, Ratmos, something Mos, whatever form you're in. Snake Mos, can you hear me?
A little bit of time goes
What do you
by and
say?
still no response.
And still nothing. Okay, so before we just assume that he's dead, we know that that tunnel was supposed to go down to the Fey Forest. So why don't we go meet Jak down in Core 5, and I can try messaging him from outside the forest and see if we get a response.
Okay. Yeah, okay, let's do it.
All right.
That was an excellent slurp. So
Sorry,
Jak,
hadn't-
yeah, you're riding Reen the whole way down to Core 5. And as you approach the front doors, you see Bulgar just standing there. He doesn't seem to be as active as he was before. He's just leaning up against his workbench with an extremely worried look on his face.
Jak will trot on up to him, dismount Reen, and walk up. So, what's the word?
Karman released the Juggernaut, and I'm afraid it's been a very long time. She should have been out.
What's the
I
Juggernaut?
fear. It's one of the machines that it's tailored to deal with the beasts. If there's any issues with the whole forest, it's quite terrifying.
So, is anyone in there, or is the Juggernaut just another machine that you release?
Karman has to control it. She's the one in there with it. She's been there for a long time.
Do we know if the Juggernaut is hostile to anybody and everybody, or does it know that people are friendly?
She controls it, so unless she's lost her mind, then it should be fine.
Okay, then. Well, hopefully, and Jak checks his non-existent watch. In a few minutes, A.T.L.A.S and Darius will be down here, and we'll go in after her, see if we can locate her. I presume Mastos and his friend that can fly, and I don't really remember his name, but might be down in here as well. So.
I thought Mastos was here many hours ago. There was a small bat fluttering at me, and thought it was him, but it just disappeared after a while.
You saw a bat and Mastos?
No, just a bat fluttered, and after a while it just disappeared.
Oh. Well, I don't know if Mastos can make bats, so, or summon bats, or whatever he does.
Well,
But I got
Technically, you have seen me summon animals. I have conjured animals around you.
right. Yes. Well, I got a few minutes to kill. Need anything? And he points back over to the stalls.
no, you did a great job. I'm just worried about the beasts. It looks like some are okay, but some are not. And he points down to the belt again, and you can see now that the light indicators on this belt are different than what it was before. And you see one of them that was lit before is no longer lit at all. And then the other ones, there's two that have a solid light, and the other three are flickering.
Well, I guess we'll get to the bottom of it and hopefully solve this and make sure the beasts are okay and get rid of any other demons we see.
Wow, we're not supposed to let anybody in when she's in there with the Juggernaut, but I'm worried, and I trust you all. So we'll open it up for you when they get here.
By chance, do you know if that large snake, by your dots on your belt, which one's the snake?
Yes, this one here. He points to it, and you can see it like
stays on, it flickers off. It's flickering on and off.
Huh. How many big snakes are there?
Oh, just the one.
Mm.
Only one of each beast.
Well, it's pretty big beast, so hopefully I don't have to deal with it again.
Best to avoid if you can. That's the some would say the most dangerous one of all.
Yeah, it bit me. Didn't feel good.
Very painful and full of poison.
I slap it off.
Oh, impressive. You even survived it.
I don't. If I wasn't as dexterous as I am, I think it would have got me immediately. But
Just as you say that, you hear behind you Darius and A.T.L.A.S. About 150 feet coming towards you.
You see Darius like, and he's like looking in the mug, and he throws the mug.
Ding, 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 ding. You guys approach, you see Jak kind of look over his shoulder as he was clearly talking to Bulgar.
Morning, Bulgar.
How's everyone doing?
Not so good, not so good.
No, sorry, just one second. I'm gonna turn and point towards the forest. And Mastos, you in there, buddy?
Mastos, as you're watching over Duranic, you kind of wake up, open your eyes, having drifted off, and you hear Darius in your head.
I just want to, just for, because it could be funny, is the dome that he cast Tiny Hut?
A variation, but essentially...
Because message technically wouldn't go through that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not technically Tiny Hut.
That's right. It's the variation of.
Yeah, it's a variation of
that
it.
can have messages.
It's a mud hut, okay?
It's a medium hut.
The psionic hut.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, a psionic hut. Oh.
Thank you very much.
Darius! Let us out!
So I will return with them. Where are you?
Other side of the iron door!
Okay. Bulgar, can you open the gate?
Are you prepared in case there's danger on the other side? I'm not supposed to let
I am
people in.
fully stocked. If anything tries to come through that isn't Mastos, and maybe Jernick, I've got it. Don't worry.
Did he
Jackal.
eat something? Did you get hold of him?
Yeah, he's there. He's screaming to let him out, and apparently he's on the other side of the door.
Is he
Jack
still
will walk
okay?
to the other side of to the door and kind of ready himself with Reen.
As okay as Mastos can sound, yeah. He sounds a little panicky, but I don't know if that's just he's excited. I don't know.
Okay.
Can he play his flute in that message?
No.
In all my background noises, or the background noise in all my messages is just pan flute music. Like my mind is constantly playing it.
So Bulgar starts to move over, looking still a bit cautious as he starts to reach for the lock to open the iron gate. And Mastos, as you're saying this, you're probably verbally saying it out loud as you're saying it in your head too. Duranic kind of opens his eyes and quickly almost reaches for the swords and looks around, but see it's still safe, and kind of just gets to his feet. You just see him kind of crack all of his shoulders and his elbows and kind of roll. You hear all these bones kind of crunching. As he does so, you hear this it's like almost like a vibration sound come from the top downwards back into the ground. You see this little circle of dust appear. That's out a big exhaustion yawn as the door. Bulgar starts to open the door. As the door opens, you guys kind of ready and looking. You can kind of see the Fey Forest beyond, and about 30 feet in, you can see the body of Mastos and Juranic standing underneath a tree.
Oh, that was easy.
Are you coming? You sounded in far more of a hurry than somebody who's so far away and not moving towards the door.
And Tyrannic's still sleeping, yes?
No,
No, he
he's up.
What?
Oh, okay.
He did the whole cracking of the bones and waking up and dismantling his psionic hut, and there was the circle of dust that appeared, and there was a whole big thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. No. We can go, I think. And I look over at Tyrannic.
Kind of turns his head.
After you.
All right, let's try. Starts slowly, very reserved, slowly walking forwards towards the door.
Well, Karman's inside trying to control this beast to help take care of the other ones, and Bolgar is a little concerned about her well-being, so I said we would go look for her.
Which beast?
All of the beasts. All of them need to be tamed. Did you see the Juggernaut when you were in there? Karman's controlling it.
Mastos saw it. It was big.
Was she safe? Was she okay?
Well, Tyrannic and Mastos fought the big kitty, and that went down. Mastos didn't want to kill it though, so I left it.
Kitty, tiger.
Yeah, warm too.
Thank you for sparing its life. If it attacked, it didn't know what it was doing.
Oh, Mastos is used to playing with them. It's fine. But
Come.
He gestures you.
It's not safe in there.
let's see if Tyrannic can leave this.
Says Juranic keeps walking forwards. He kind of looking to you, Mastos, almost like for direction if you're leaving or staying, or...
I will walk beside him and grab his hand
Okay.
and walk him out, hand in hand.
Yeah.
In
So he
hand.
holds your hand. As you get closer to the doorway, you can feel his grip just tightening. He walks, kind of even gets slower and slower as he gets to the door, and as he starts to reach forwards past the doorway, you see the starts of his fingertips start to turn black as he starts to reach forwards and starts to discolor and start to move down his fingers, and he yanks it back right away. I can't leave.
I stop.
But
with
it
him.
was tethering me still here.
It's still here! He starts just pounding the ground. You see dust
Whoa,
flying
whoa,
up
whoa,
as he's
whoa,
just
whoa.
slamming his
Hey,
fist
big
into
guy,
the
hey,
ground.
big guy, it's okay, it's okay.
I don't know why. I'm stuck here.
Well, we're gonna figure it out.
At least you're
We
the
have to-
Fae now.
Your tree is still here.
Yeah, so let's go figure out what Karman is doing, since Jack already offered our services to go and help her. And once we know it's safe to actually move around in there, maybe we can investigate and see if we can figure out what is tethering you here.
Well, Bolgar, you said you need to check on the beasts. Are you coming inside?
No. I can't enter. Not supposed to be in when the Juggernaut's there. Anyway. But you all have done many things, and I think it's okay to let you in.
Then can we have your belt to control these beasts? They are no longer enough for me to
Mastos, I don't think that's a good idea.
The belt, it's already activated. It makes them go to the eastern side of the forest. If the control discs get activated again, they'll peacefully go over there.
Wait, how do we activate them?
But Duranic can't leave. He needs protection while he's inside.
He
Well,
can stand
we go-
outside the door and talk. And he can
No.
come with us.
No, he can't. He's turning into the black thing again. As he
That was
tries-
when he was passing through. He's standing on the other side of the gate. He can hear us.
I
In
can
the Fey
survive
Forest.
in the forest myself. I've done it in the Fey Forest for many years. I'll be fine. I'll be fine
Okay.
by myself. And he starts
But
to
these
slowly
creatures
walk
are
off
different.
into the forest.
Bulgar, how do we reactivate the discs?
Well, if they're broken, they have to be replaced with new ones.
Do you have new ones?
No, those.
The Juggernaut has them
Okay.
installed.
Okay. So, we have our mission. We can't give the belt because if we die in there, then he's got to come in and get them, and the beast will be running chaos. We can't take his only control device.
We'll be okay. And Jak starts walking in with Reen behind him, and he is going to attempt to locate a trail for Karman.
Okay.
It also says if I'm on a favorable terrain, and I'm proficient in a skill, I double my proficiency bonus. If you're gonna ask me to roll, just reminding you.
Proficient in a skill, like any skill.
If it's an intelligent or wisdom related skill that I'm proficient in, I double the proficiency bonus.
Okay. Okay. Are
Okay.
you okay? So roll a survival if you're looking for tracks of Karman.
So I will be rolling a.
So Jak and Reen have walked in, and you guys start to see him kind of look around the grounds looking for traces. What's everybody else doing while Jak does this?
I'm just waiting for us to start to proceed inward.
Okay. You follow Jak in.
Yep.
So I rolled in total. I rolled a 19.
Hold on. $19. Yeah, so you take a look around. You see a mass of different footprints, but you're able to figure out which ones are your own party, and which ones are Mastos and Duranic that have been in this area. And you do pick out a set of footprints that don't match. And it looks like they're heading to the, instead of kind of north to the center, it looks like they're going directly east along the edge of the dome.
Jak will turn and point the direction. Let's make our way this way. And everybody be on guard, please. That snake came up, and I didn't see it when it attacked me.
Okie doke. I'm gonna start to walk forward and put the hood up. How long would you say I used the hood for while I was in the prison? Or the cloak?
You went for a long rest anyway, right? Doesn't it reset?
No, it has to be not used for 12 hours in order for it to reset.
Yeah, we took a long rest.
Yeah,
So
but
prison-
that was,
yes.
oh, it was for 12 hours. We slept
It
from 8
was.
till 8. So
It was.
Yes.
I was thinking about you, bro.
He got you back. All right,
Sweet.
so yeah, so everybody moving into the forest at this stage through the door.
Yep.
Yep. And I will put the hood up.
Okay.
Jak will, before they get all the way in, he'll turn to Bulgar. We'll make sure your beasts are okay as he makes his way.
Well, they're all on the east side, right? Like that Bulgar stated that the belt's working, it's activated. Except if their discs are not working, it won't push them to the east side.
That's what
So the
he's
ones we gotta worry
stated.
about are the
Yeah. Yeah.
He
just-
said a bunch of them were blinking, though, right?
When Jak looked at the belt, that's what he's seen.
Yeah, so
Anybody
they're still
wants-
damaged, Yeah.
Okay,
All
are
right.
we going in?
Yep,
Yeah,
Jack's
lead the way,
on it.
Jack.
All right, Jak leading the way.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm going to, since Jack is leading, I am going to say that we are in his terrain and that we trust him and that we know that he can lead us to the right spot. And I'm going to give him Bardic Inspiration.
Ooh. Inspired.
But how does Darius say it?
Just like that.
The coffee hasn't kicked in yet, so he's
Very
not quite as vibrant.
I'm inspired.
We trust you to lead the way.
Oh,
He actually whispers it because he's now invisible and he's trying to stay.
Oh.
So he goes up to his ear and he's like, "We trust you, Jack."
You gotta do so good.
Darius.
Yes. You hear a voice, a disembodied voice.
I look around. My necklace?
I'm gonna take it off and go up and put it around his neck.
Oh, that gave me little shivers.
And then I'm gonna go up and there you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy.
How to paralyze me. I don't know if I'm excited with stimulant or scared.
All right. So you guys start walking off, following Jack's lead to the east. Jak, you're kind of nose down, Reen beside you, just trying to keep track of this trail. And the size of these footprints, you do figure would be a small-framed Karman, from what you studied on her when you've seen her. It's a heavier weighted foot than you would expect from somebody of her build. But having seen the type of armor and such that she dons, then the extra weight you would assume would be coming from that. You all, as you all kind of move off, Juranic does not. Juranic starts heading slowly, kind of slowly walking northwards. All right, so you guys continue heading east.
Yep.
I'm following Jack, so
Yeah, I was gonna say wherever Jack's going.
Okay.
How far ahead is it?
I don't know. It's ahead.
Okay.
it's far ahead.
So as you guys follow Jak, this is the footprints go almost right up to the exterior of this dome. And as you guys are closer now, you can see that this dome, as the wall kind of ends and turns into this dome, clearly this wall was placed afterwards. This stone is smooth. It doesn't look like this has been, roughly chiseled out or anything. This is a completely smooth kind of dome wall structure. Now that you're right up against the outside of it, and you keep following these footsteps as it goes around and around, and as you get to a certain point, you start to see this large metal set of double doors, not unlike what you came through, but much larger. And you can see that they've been slid open, and inside, as you guys look in, it looks completely empty, other than one small sort of platform, almost like a ledge, about halfway up. But this kind of enclave, or this kind of cut into the wall, it's about 20 feet deep, and you're gauging about 50 feet high. And this is where the footsteps lead. And Jak, as you're watching the footsteps lead in there, as you look down, you see these massive, giant footprints leading off to the west, coming out of the entrance of this kind of cut into the wall.
I believe I found what houses the so-called juggernaut, and what I feel like Jak would be able to put it together that this is something that she's inside of.
Yeah, well, you would be smart enough to put that together.
I think she's either riding this or she's piloting this.
Oh. Oh, like a mechanical exoskeleton?
Kind of like Filbert inside of you, only if Filbert was controlling all of your movements.
Mastos was just thinking. Are you piloted?
I'm piloted by Friendship Arcana.
Another new type of dumb magic.
Oh, that was rude. You're not filling up my friendship, thanks.
Magic is dumb to those ignorant of understanding.
I still don't understand it all, but I can make thorns appear. So cool.
Don't forget, he made someone completely disappear with that dumb magic, Jak.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Jack's eyes get real big again.
I did figure out where they went.
I really appreciate you, by the way, Atlas. But I think I can follow these tracks, considering they're leaving like a 2-foot crater everywhere they go. So,
Well, yeah, I can see them clearly too, so I hope your tracking skills would be able to follow them. But we will follow you, and you take the lead.
yes, sir. And Jak will start following those footprints as well.
Okay.
I will follow you.
So roll another survival.
I rolled another 19. I rolled another 11.
Super low DC. These are giant footprints.
Excellent.
So yeah, you follow this thing. Seems to start to head in a northwesterly direction. Roll, if you're leading the way, roll a perception.
Yes. Perception. That is I get another increase. I hate math. 26.
Okay. So as you kind of like, you see these are clear footprints, but you're not stupid. You're also looking around it, trying to make sure that you're not going to get jumped, making sure that, you know, nothing let off from this. Did she exit or get off whatever this juggernaut is? And as you do, and you kind of glance off to the corner, you can see this kind of shadowy mound off to the north a little bit, about 40 feet, kind of through the brush and the trees. You see some sort of strange mound. You can't see what it is from your distance, but there's something there to the north.
Is it on the ground level?
It's on ground level. It doesn't look to be moving.
Jak will kind of look back and be like, actually, he'll try to do a hand sign to see if they all listen. And he's going to put up a fist and signal to stop. But like, you'll like, if when they see Reen will just kind of like pause in place, like immediately on sight of seeing the fist.
Okay, what does everybody else do? You all see Jak raise his fist like that, and Rain immediately stop moving.
I'm gonna walk up beside him and be like, and fist bump him.
And then you just see Atlas's hand
You
come.
can't see me.
Oh, yeah, damn it. It's like, this is my moment. I just stop.
Okay.
I mean, you
What's
could
going on?
technically still fist bump him. You just
Are
wouldn't
you-
see me doing it as well.
Alice, are you behind me or in front of me?
I'm at the rear.
You're at the rear? Okay, so I bump into Jak.
Okay.
I'm not paying attention.
So Jak, you just feel kind of the bump behind you, and you feel a little smack on your hand, and you look at it, and then look back, and it looks like Atlas has stopped with Mastos kind of smushed to his back.
Hi.
Or you smushed his back.
Everybody hold still. And then Jak will zip up to grab a tree branch and launch himself towards the mound that he saw, but he's going to try to stay like in the tree, like on a tree branch to see if he can see what it is from a distance.
So you trying to stealthily look at whatever is up there? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he would like to be stealthy.
And I want to say that I stood exactly still right up against Jak, so if he's grappling away, he's just rubbing himself away from me leaving.
Oh, bro.
Okay, fair. So roll a stealth.
Ooh, good roll. I think I get a 22.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yes.
23.
Right,
Ooh.
adding your proficiency. So yeah, as you pull yourself up there and you kind of hop up on the tree and you get Reen to stay where she is to not make extra noise. And as you look down, you can see what looks like the back of the huge ape that you guys fought. You can see the metal, you can see the fur. You're still about 40 feet away because of the height. But you look down and it looks like the ape is lying on the ground. You don't see anything right now.
Jack's gonna kind of do like the Spider-Man upside down, slowly like let out some slack as he's gonna make his way down towards it.
Okay, so you want to go over like above it and
Yeah.
go down?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys see Jack nimbly and quietly progress across from tree to tree as he makes his way over towards whatever this mound is. Is anybody else doing anything during this time?
Just kind of,
Waiting.
yeah. I'm on alert though, like I'm scanning the area.
Well, Jack's trying to be stealthy, and Darius is trying to be stealthy, and
What do you mean trying?
actually succeeding at being stealthy, and Atlas is trying to be hyper aware. I'm gonna pull out my pan flute.
I knew it.
And I'm just gonna look at like everyone's just doing their own thing, just leaving me alone. I'm kind of bored.
Do I see him doing this?
Go to
You would
reach
definitely see
down,
him doing it. He's not one for
Go to
hiding.
grab my pan.
I'm just gonna go up and put my hand over the holes in case he tries to blow in them.
Okay. That's fair.
I'm gonna start blowing on my pan flute.
So as you blow, you start feeling the air come back into your cheeks, like
I like it.
yeah.
And I'm gonna take my hood off and just have like here. Let me put my camera back on. And I'm just like,
Right.
and then I will slip the hood back on.
I put my pan flute slowly back on my belt.
So Atlas, roll perception for me while you're scanning the area.
That is a 18.
18. Nice. Okay. So you're just keeping an eye out. You don't see anything right now. Seems to be dangerous, but you're in a constant vigilant status.
Okay.
So Jack, you seem
Yeah,
to,
just keep an eye out.
yeah, you seem to get your way over there pretty quietly, you believe, and start to lower yourself down. And as you look at this thing, you can see that it's been dead for a while. You can see a pool of blood has seeped out from it, soaked into the foliage around it. Body not moving, no rise or fall of the chest. Yeah, it looks like it's deceased. You can see huge puncture wounds and marks all over it, as well as that kind of circular chest piece that you'd noticed, cracked and shattered, still remains cracked and shattered.
Yeah, that's one less problem. And then Jack will go back up into the tree, and then he'll make his way back.
Okay. So
When
you
you get-
return, you swing over.
He'll kind of do a little superhero landing down in front of the group. Cool entrance, and then he's going to go. It's that big ape we saw a bit ago. It won't be doing any big ape things anymore.
What does that mean?
Means it's dead.
Oh no.
I don't think it could handle going toe-to-toe with that giant boar it was messing with.
Man, it did get gored.
Better it than us. Let's move. And Jack will just continue on.
Oh, okay. Are you okay, Mastos?
Mastos will be alright. It's the way of life. Creatures fight.
Okay.
Only the strong survive.
Oh, you're Darius. You're muted.
Damn it.
Yeah, it looked good too.
I'm gonna walk up beside Mastos and I'm gonna lift his pan flute up to his face and I'm gonna whisper in his ear, "Get it out of your system now."
And I go, just sad notes.
All right. So Jak, roll a survival. You guys, if you're gonna lead the way again.
Yep. Shoot, 14.
Okay.
You have a D8 you can add to that if you want to.
Yeah, he said they're really big footprints.
So as you're swinging away from the ape, you do see additional footprints leading north away from it, which you know from the shape of it that would be where the boar went. Then you head back to the footprints, and you can get an easy beat on it, heading northwest. So you continue to follow those footprints.
Yep. When he lands and they're moving, he's gonna say, like, I did notice the boar footprints, so I know that it'll be hard to miss, but just be vigilant. I can't stress enough how invisible the snake was.
Aren't snakes aren't they good at that though? I don't feel like boars are very good at staying hidden.
Well, compared to the size of a normal snake and this snake, I feel like I should have been able to see that thing, and I did not see that thing until its mouth was like this underneath me.
Okay.
And Jack's doing this, kind of recreating how big it was.
Yeah, you get
Jack turns to both sides because he doesn't know where Darius is.
To grab his wrists. I'm right here. Stop.
Darius, you really have to wear the cloak right now?
I mean, based off what Jak just said, yes.
Yeah, but you're moving with us as a group. You can easily just throw it on and run away.
Unless a snake jumps up and eats me.
I mean, do you think it's gonna go for you first?
I think it'll go for anyone that it can.
Okay.
All right, so you guys continue to follow. So after another about 5 minutes of this traveling, Jak, these giant footprints, you're getting pretty lackadaisical now. You're like, yeah, the footprints are here. You notice where the footprints was like one after another. You notice you get to a point where the footprints go side by side and are deeper, and then you don't see any other footprints.
Is there a problem, Jak?
What would I be able to gather from this? Is it like they're getting shorter, or like it's to the point where it's just like it stopped moving, like it just stood in place? Is that what that means?
You could, yeah, it looks like it was maybe walking, and then you just see that instead of the foot continuing forwards for another walk, it just stopped beside the other foot. That's all you can really tell.
And I see no signs of any kind of footprints within like 100-foot radius.
Roll a perception.
15.
Yeah, you look at the ground, you look all around, and you don't see any of their footprints. You kind of like take a little walk, maybe a 10 feet kind of radius, and amongst this foliage and everything here, and you don't see any footprints anywhere.
Nothing looks dislodged or anything like in the trees or messed up, like been knocked over.
Not that you can see.
So I was gonna ask, like, looking up at the trees, does it look like maybe it either jumped up into the trees or it flew?
Roll a perception.
Nope. I see trees.
Would that go under the same role for Jak looking around?
Yeah, it was a general perception check just to see if you could gather anything.
Okay. Huh.
I'm gonna take the hood off.
Ah, there you are.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Hey,
It's not like we can teleport.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. How big are the footprints?
About,
Like in relation to my body?
yeah. So they're about 5 feet.
Okay. And that's each foot is 5 feet?
Yeah, it's like 5 foot in length, and maybe about 3 foot sideways.
Okay, so these footprints are gigantic. Something like this doesn't just disappear. Unless, again, like Mastos said, they use magic to teleport it. Or maybe it got attacked from above.
Is there
He
anything?
looks up.
Is there anything on the ground that kind of like resembles what I saw when the demons invaded? Like the little circle or something on the ground?
Roll investigation.
Is investigation under that? It is. So it'll be another 14.
You have a D8.
You know what? Let's roll it. We'll add it. I feel like may not be the play. Where'd my D8 go?
I can do it again.
16. I rolled a 2.
16. Okay. Yeah, so you look around, you don't see any rings or different impressions in the ground that remind you of what you've seen previously. You do see, when looking further at these kind of footprints, you do see like the impressions on the front of the footprints look to be a lot deeper and angled than the back.
Can you say that again? I was texting my wife to tell her to get the dogs to shut up.
Yeah, so you do study the footprints a little bit more, and you can see that the front of the footprints have a deeper impression than the back of the footprints.
As if something were jumping.
Or flying.
Jak is going to take to the trees and see if he can look to see if anything's been knocked over or ran, like if the leaves have been kind of brushed upwards or something like that.
Okay, so you zip your way up to the top of the trees. Okay, so you pick the biggest tree you can kind of see, and up you go, 30 feet at a time. Top of this 60-foot tree, and you get a good look around. What's everybody else doing while Jak is zipping around?
So I want to, based on the direction of the travel that we've been going, I'm going to point in that direction and try to message Karman to see if I can get a response.
Okay.
Just be like, Karman, it's the ATLADS. Are you out here? Can you hear me? You can respond to this message.
So you give it some time. Nothing comes back.
Well, she's either not in that direction or she's not here.
Look, thinking back to Karman, when I've met her multiple times, is there anything about her clothing or anything that I would like that, like, is different, like something that she wears that kind of stands out differently than most people, or anything like that?
When you first met her, the biggest thing you guys noticed was that the armor she wore, which is similar to Ladmis and Arik, was that this armor is like, it's almost like a liquid metal. Like she wears it almost like leather. It kind of moves with her, but it's a metallic substance. Like pretty much coated the entirety of her body.
Okay. Did she have any trinkets on her, necklaces, earrings?
She had her, when you guys met her, she had her swords. She had, let me see what else you've seen.
Anything that I would think personal to her.
Right. mean, other than her armor, her horns, like the metallic coverings, she didn't really have any items. She had her swords at her side. That was really the only thing that would be beyond her armor.
Mm-hmm. Did her swords look different than, like, did they just look like regular swords? Was there any, like...
No, they stood out a lot more. They were definitely not your regular, bandit sword that you come across. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Locate Object.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hone in on what I remember her swords looking like.
Okay. And that's not a ritual cast, right? You're just casting it?
Let me just see here. Yeah, it's just a cast. It's not a ritual cast.
All right, so you kind of start your incantation as you Jak swing up into the top of the trees. And you kind of focus in, trying to remember, kind of like trying to search through your memory banks. You remember like the handle, and it would come out in a little curve at the hilt, and there's little engravings on the top. And as you do this, you kind of like feel a little bit of a tug, and you kind of open your eyes, and you feel a tug coming from the north where you guys are. Yeah.
Darius, I have a lock on Karman. Tell Jak. She's north.
I will cast message to Jak. Jak, Atlas has located Karman. He says that she's north. Of us?
Yes.
Of us.
As Jak makes his way to the top of the tree, he's going to, as he's climbing, he's going to reach the top, he's going to hit the top of it, and he's going to do a backflip off and start diving straight down. As he does a free fall, as he gets near the end, he's going to hit a zip, and then he's going to land right behind Darius, and then he's going to say, understood, in his head.
And before that happens, Atlas is going to tell Darius, like, tell him to take a look north before he comes down.
So as soon as I hear Jak land, I'm going to be like, oh, Atlas wants you to... And then I'm going to turn and look at him. Never mind.
Oh, well, that was a wasted trip, but, okay.
Did I see anything when I got up there?
Yeah, you wouldn't have closed your eyes when you got to the top, right? So, yeah, go ahead and roll a perception while you're up there.
Yay!
He said he knows where they are. I'm not looking anymore. Not looking.
Yeah, not looking.
Gonna
be a surprise.
Yeah, it is wisdom. So 17. So 26 again.
Wow, nice rolls.
Yeah, this doubling my proficiency bonus is wild.
Yeah, really. We got to get you out of this forest. As you kind of like swing yourself up in the air, you kind of do the kind of like spiral as you start to head down. You take a look around, and you get a quick lay of the land, and almost instantly you can position where you are within this dome. Your mind almost like flashes back, remembering the locations you've been throughout this place and almost forming a map in your head, knowing that you guys are kind of northeast from the exit, north from where the this opening they came out. You can see the blue light in the center of the dome that is now pulsing, and every now and again you see a shock pulsing out of it. You look and you see a huge almost pattern of a hole, almost like a circular hole in the forest in one spot, and then another spot heading to the north. And then you swing down behind Darius.
You following?
Jak lands and he's like, I like getting around like this. Makes everything nice. Okay. You've got a lock on her, and I think so. When you said I was seeing like the holes where there's the footprints, or was that like?
So it looked like a clearing had been made, like smashed through trees.
Okay. I believe that she started jumping place to place, and judging by the distance between these holes to the trees, it can jump pretty far.
Well, that would explain. why they just stopped. But we should just head north.
If you've got a lock on her, are you doing that thing where you can find stuff?
That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to lock on to items that I know she carries. But I am getting something of hers, and it's pulling to the north, so... If you want to head north, lead us, and I'll let you know if we need to start veering off. Don't get too far ahead.
I'm also going to cast message to the north, and just same thing, like Karman, it's the ATLADS, we're here. What can we do to help?
Okay.
And Jack will look at Atlas. He'll put his hand on his shoulder. That was actually quite resourceful of you. You are quite the intelligent little automaton.
Darius just chuckles to himself.
And then he's gonna turn and start walking.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah.
Jack, you got a little bit of like something on your nose there.
Jack turns around as he's leading the group and he thinks to himself, it is so awkward trying to be reinforcing to this group.
Mastos, you doing anything? Muted.
No, because I realized it would take me an hour and 10 minutes. You know what? Yeah, you know what? As we're walking, I'm just take the time. How long are we walking for?
Well, you don't know that. Could be 2 minutes. It could be an hour.
Okay, so I'm walking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk.
Okay. All right. So you guys are heading north, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So who's leading the way on this this traipse
Jack
to the
will.
north?
I assume Jack and Atlas are going to lead.
Okay, so Atlas, you kind of directing where he's going, and he's
Yeah, like I
leading.
want Jack to lead. I'm gonna keep telling him north, and if it starts to vary, then I'm gonna tell him to veer off.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Jack, roll a perception then.
$18.
Okay. So as you're leading everybody north, you start to hear what sounds almost like a crunch and a rustle from the northwest of where your guys' position is. Pretty far out still, but you can hear something in that direction moving.
Jack will kind of point that direction. I hear something. It's a bit far off, but if it's what beast, we know it can be here shortly.
Okay. You continue moving.
Jack would double check with Atlas. Are we still going north, or is it feel like it's moving to the direction I'm hearing ruckus?
Do I still feel the pull north?
Yep.
Yeah.
I still feel it's head on north.
Okay. Stay aware.
Roger
All right.
that.
All right. So you guys still proceeding north. Jack, you kind of lock into this sound, and you can feel it. Hear it. Start to move like closer, like as if it's heading east, and you guys are heading north, as if you're going to intersect it. You can hear it moving across from west to east.
How far do I think it is right now?
You can hear probably about 60 feet if you had to gauge to your northwest, slowly coming into your north.
Jack just relays. He thinks they're going to intersect with something. So to move stealthily,
Darius puts
which we travel
It
stealthier as a group. We are more stealthy with this because of the terrain.
Are we trying to be stealthy?
Try your best.
And I, with a grin, touch Jack, Atlas, and I think about touching Darius. And I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh yes.
Okay. What does that look like, Mastos?
Basically, the sound around us dampens the wildlife, the brushing of trees. It just sounds quieter, but it is us who are the quiet ones.
Perfect. So as he executes this kind of little smirky incantation, you all see these tiny little leaf buds just sprout out from the ground and almost cushion underneath your feet as you walk, each footstep going down. You don't even hear it, just on these little small pods, almost carrying you throughout the forest as you move. Each time you come near a tree, you almost feel the tree bend to almost cover you as you walk by. So everybody roll a stealth, please. And add a 10. Yeah.
DM, I
Yeah.
did message you something.
28.
28. Okay.
36.
Not too shabby.
29.
You know what?
Does this
No
affect
one-
green?
No one needs to hear mine.
What is it?
14.
Nice. The group just fades away and
what
Mastos
was-
is just still there.
What
Playing
was,
his flute.
what was Darius's roll?
36 total, was it?
Yeah.
Dang it! Reen rolled a 34. she critted. She got a natural 20.
Yeah, I rolled a 19. My stealth is +7.
Yeah,
Nice.
hers is not that good.
I'm untrained and I have a +2.
So yeah, you guys kind of group together and move cautiously forwards. And as you do so, you all start to hear it now. You start to hear this boom, 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 boom. A slow, steady pace of this thumping noise as it starts to pass the north of all of you. And you get a glimpse of this mountainous, huge bear that's walking on bipedal. It's up on 2 feet, kind of arms swinging down by its side. You can see the fur sticking out. You see pieces of metal plating melded into pieces of its flesh as it just starts walking towards the east across your path and continues walking.
Yeah, I feel invisible right now, so I'm gonna just keep going.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, it doesn't seem to have paid you any mind. It just seems to keep walking off to the east, and you hear the pace of it just continues, slow pace, boom, boom, boom. Starts to fade away. You're all huddled up. Y'all still continue north now?
Yes.
Okay. So as you continue north, Atlas, you're leading the way. You kind of still feel this tug, kind of like feels as you continue north. You can feel this tug start to shift a little bit to the west, like the northwest. So you kind of guide Jak in that direction. Jak, as you're leading the way, roll a perception.
Uh, 17.
17. Okay. So as Atlas is leading the way, you can kind of gauge where you've seen these marks in the trees to be quite similar to that direction. And as you kind of like keep aware of your surroundings and looking, you can see now that you're almost directly west of the center of the dome, where the blue pulsing electricity is. You continue heading north, and you know where these holes were. Atlas is now starting to turn you northwest away from where these large jumping holes were. So he's directing you northwest, but you know the holes continue kind of the north.
Gotcha. Are you sure we're supposed to be going this way?
And I feel it pulling a little bit. What way?
Northwest.
I feel it's pulling a little bit this way now.
And I get a point northwest.
Okay. My only reasoning of asking is because the holes of what I believe is this juggernaut leaping from place to place is still north. But if you've got a direct line to Karman, I believe we should follow that.
Well, hold on. You hear a disembodied voice. Jack, why don't you scoop up the trees and look ahead? Maybe there's like impassable terrain, and that's why it goes. Maybe she went around something.
I will go up and look, but I mean the steps are going forward, but the pool is going a different way.
Right, but if the steps continued, like, what if she went north and then turned because there was something in the way she couldn't just cut across?
I will go up and look.
Yeah.
And then Jack will zip up to a tree and start making his way up.
All right, so easy enough. Zip up, a little flip, zip up to the next one. As you get to the top, roll another perception.
Inspiration.
Sure. Do I use that now, or is that just later?
You can use it whenever you want, but I'm giving it to you just in case you roll low.
Oh, okay. I'm fine. I rolled another 17.
Okay.
17, that's okay, I guess. So as you browse around at the top, you can see indeed these circles do lead off. You can't see where it ends, but you do see it leading to the north and a little bit to the east. Whereas Atlas is pulling you over to the northwest. As you look to the northwest, you don't see any major obstacles or anything, other than you can see the river that seems to sort of bisect the entire forest. Does carry forwards. It's about 150 feet maybe to your kind of northwest. You do see that river cut through, but you have a clear view of the blue light in the center of the dome, and it's only gotten brighter and stronger every time you've seen it.
Jack will make his way back down, similar fashion, and when he lands, nothing that would be hard to get around, but those footprints are more northeast. So if Atlas is still saying we need to go northwest, then that's where we go.
Atlas, why don't you message Karman?
I could do that.
Will you be able to focus on casting a message and your
No,
spell at hand?
we'll probably lose the tether to what I'm getting information from right now.
Sending's not concentration, is it?
You should be okay to be able to concentrate and send a message to you. You can hold one concentration spell at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to.
Yeah, I'll reach out to her. No answer.
Well, that's not good.
Okay, hold on.
Cast sending, for fuck's sake.
Hi, Karman? This is Atlas and the ATLADS. Where are you? We are tracking you, we think, in the forest. Let us know. Thanks, bye.
Okay.
So you wait about 10, 15 seconds. You respond. Had to retreat to the north. They just get out. Tell them, Firestorm, they disabled the Juggernaut. The demons are coming.
I can't respond to that, can I?
If you send
No,
another
without
sending.
sending it again. Yeah.
Rack team.
Oh, I just heard her. She said she's retreating to the north. She said that the demons are coming and they disabled the juggernaut. Bitch.
Oh.
What-
Okay. You
I
said
think
to
we
the
need to go
north?
To the north, yeah.
I'm gonna try sending message north and just seeing if Karman can hear me. Basically, hey Karman, it's Darius. This will be an easier form of communication. Can you give us more details?
Yeah, you sent it out. No response.
We're not close enough yet.
I think we need to pick up the pace.
Mastos, can you summon Ratmos? Can we put a note on him and send him back to get a note to the city?
It would take at least an hour.
An hour? What?
Cast time 1 hour.
I swear you've done this before.
10 minutes. Ritual cast.
Well, but you don't have to ritual cast it, do you?
No, but that would have been an hour. An hour.
Oh.
Takes an hour to bring my friend.
Hold on.
I'll cast sending again.
Well, hold on. No, how far are we
Yeah,
from
hold on.
the wall?
From the outside of the wall? Like the outside of the
Yeah.
dome?
Like if I wanted to message Bulgar. Jack, how far have we gone from the wall?
You said
guys-
we were over halfway going west, right?
Yeah, you guys have been in here for like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's more than 120 feet in either direction.
Yeah, yeah, this
Can you-
is.
Can you ride Green and can Darius hop on and we can, like, quickly get a message over?
I
To
don't know
Bulgar?
how-
Yes.
Jack starts to smile real big. I don't need to ride Reen for that. Darius can ride Reen for that.
I've never ridden a dragon before.
And Jack's gonna come up, whole different demeanor, all excited and giddy, and he's gonna slap Darius on the back. It's okay, buddy. I promise. She's gentle with new riders.
When you say it like that I don't trust you.
Oh, I've done it
Jax.
before too, Darius. It's perfectly terrifying.
Jack's gonna look at Reen and he's gonna wink at her and he's gonna go up and he's gonna whisper in her ear, "Make it a worthy ride."
I
And
put
he's
your
gonna be
cloak
like,
on.
"Come on, why don't you get on top of her?"
As she kind of creeps her way over to you, Darius. Just leans down one shoulder.
Just remember, I have that dragon egg in my bag. When I climb on her back.
She kind of like lets you get up there, and you kind of feel she kind of like hunches down for a second and kind of pushes her scales kind of up on either side of you to kind of give you a almost like a little seat, saddle to sit in.
Is there like a seatbelt or something to like tie me down with? Like
As he's
how do
like asking all these questions, Jack's gonna be patting her on the head, and he's gonna say to Bulgar, and then to back here, once Darius has delivered the message. Or until Darius says he's got the message out, then you return. And then he's going to walk to her hind end, and he's going to look at Darius as he's looking around for a seatbelt, and he's just
Don't
gonna
do it! Don't do it!
Starts running off.
And just as he zooms away, I yell like,
Tell Beauregard to get a reek.
To get a what?
a reek.
Arik.
Tell Bulgar to get a rake. Okay, I don't know why.
And
As
Jack's
y'all
going
let
to
you
look
see-
over it. Jack's
ahead.
going to look at Atlas, and he's going to be grinning. He's going to go, I hope he comes back crying.
As you guys watch Darius kind of like just hold on as Reen starts chugging away. You all hear this crackling, loud, almost like snapping noise. And his blue-purple flash fills the entirety of the forest, and then disappears. And it feels like there's almost silence in the forest. We're gonna leave it there.
That's what we'll end it.
Yeah, I knew that's what's coming. I knew
I knew it.
So I immediately
know it.
looked at the time. I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
Sounds
It's like,
about
oh, 11:26. Yeah, this is gonna be good for here.
All right, splitting the group again. Let's go.
That's awesome. See, I lived.
You did.
did.
You were alive.
Wow.
Good job. You had your own little solo adventure.
right. Darius almost died though, so
Yeah, I can't believe you just made it now. Whenever, like, Jack's just gonna try and kill Arik when he shows up. Yeah, my friend.
You know what you did?
I didn't blame anybody. I said I couldn't see them. I just saw fists.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Great session, guys.
right.
We'll try and be back next week. You guys know, yeah, we'll be back next week. You guys are away the week after. All right. So back here, Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST. See you then, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Night.
Bound by honor, lost in time, the ATLADS march towards the line. Oh, oh, ride the storm, sail the tide.